Hello. We're live.
Oh, one arm.
Oh, yeah. Don't hit yourself.
Yeah, I tried to whip my other arm up, and that wasn't a good move. That was like, oh, fudge.
Gonna pop a socket.
Don't do
I'll
anything
pop a
stupid
socket
to
again.
friend. Something might fall off.
Yeah.
I've already done something stupid, and it
Yeah.
did fall off.
Mr. Potato Head.
That's right.
Awesome. We're here. We're live. We're show number 10, which is the
Hey.
last show before something?
The live show.
Before the big, massive Bash 4.0.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not excited by now, you probably should be.
Or you're dead.
If you haven't been watching the team associated Reedy Vintage race in Las Vegas, you probably should, because it's super cool. And it's nearly going to be as good as a Vintage Bash.
Nearly.
Nearly. Yeah. It's a good little teaser warm up.
So,
Yeah.
Dr. Cook, where do you want to start? There's quite a few topics we need to touch upon.
Yeah, we've got lots of topics for tonight. So we're going to try and bring a whole bunch of information to all you guys out there of what we're going to do for the event. And then after that, we might have, word on the street is, might have a couple of special guests, but we'll get to them later. Invite them in a bit later on in the show. So first up tonight, I reckon we should talk about some of our awesome sponsors, especially the new ones that have come on board recently.
Yes. Very important, because without our sponsors, this year's Vintage Bash couldn't have gone ahead. We pushed hard because we really wanted to have RC Race Media on board. And everybody stepped up, and we've got a couple of new sponsors that have jumped on board. One of them is Team Coyote. Very, very graciously joined the major sponsor list. And also Model Engines that have come on board. We've got some awesome raffle prices. You've probably seen the online raffle. Personally, I'm pretty keen on that Jay Halsey RC10,
Yeah.
even though I'm a lossy bloke. But
Hang on.
It's on.
It's
there
on.
is, there
I
is
want
something about that Jay Halsey RC10 that just it has my name all over it, and I am going to buy some raffle tickets. And
Are we allowed to?
unlike, well, I think we should, because a ticket's a ticket, and there's no dispensations here. We can talk
Not
about
yet.
dispensations
Not
later. Just be aware that all of the tickets, all the raffle tickets, all the raffle prizes, they're all being donated, and they're for us to make some funds for the club and for the event. So it does go to a good cause.
Yep.
And I think if that Jay Halsey car comes to me, it'll be a very good cause.
Get in line, Lou.
Yeah.
Get in line.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. I think there might be an arm wrestle for that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Have we? So we've shared the URL for the form that you can buy raffle tickets online. So we can might bring that one up a little bit later as well, or soon in the show. We can show you
Yeah,
that.
the response so far has been unbelievable.
Yeah, it's pretty
I've got
cool.
to say, yep.
So you better get. There's no limit, but you better get in and get your tickets.
Yeah, there's something else too that we've got. We haven't really spoken much about it, but Coswork jumped online with us really early in the piece. You'll see the logo down there somewhere, and they've donated a heap of product. Some of it that will be raffled, some of it that we'll use for prizes. So do look during the days of the Vintage Bash. We'll have that on display somewhere, and I'm sure that Neil and the guys from the Knox Club, me included, will be able to sell some tickets for these prizes, which is awesome.
Yeah,
And-
so what do we do? So we've got the online raffle for the 4 kits,
Yep.
and then we'll sell tickets for those at the event as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've got, we'll draw it 4 times. What we'll do is, we've got the 4 kits, so on the Friday we'll do 2 draws, is probably the plan at this point. And if you win the first one, you can pick from the 4 kits. It's your choice.
You want to win the first one, I reckon.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that Halsey kit's just going to go marching off into the horizon.
Especially if Lou gets the first.
If Lou gets the first ticket, you know where it's going to
That's gonna
go.
look so
Oh, yeah.
suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Straight to the trophy room.
Yep, and then obviously the second draw, we'll probably do the second on Friday, so to be determined, but something like that. Do the second draw, there'll be 3 kits left, so you get the choice of the 3. Then we'll do the third draw on Saturday and the last draw on Sunday. So the Sunday one, obviously, you get the remaining kit, and they're all pretty awesome kits.
And there is another kit.
Yeah.
Andy Cook.
What's the other one? What's the other one?
Yeah, go and let it out. You can let it out.
There is a BHM.
I feel like I'm in Def Leppard. Playing the drums with one hand. No, playing the drums with one hand.
Super hot shot.
A super hot shot. Blockhead Motors.
Blockhead hot shot.
Yeah.
Blockhead Motors Super Hot Shot. That was kindly donated by Hobbies Direct, Nick from Hobbies Direct, and we're going to try to get Jim Watanabe to sign that one. So that could end up either as a raffle or it may end up as a trophy. We're yet to decide, and that's how we roll at the Vintage Bash.
Wow.
Mr. Mark.
Yet to decide.
A trophy.
I think
a prize.
I think we like the chaos theory, don't we?
Yes, the chaos theory. Yeah. Speaking of chaos, Aaron Defina.
Uh-oh.
During the week, we happened to speak to our much esteemed international guest, double world champion Atsushi Hara.
Yes, legend.
And we had a little issue. Well, we had a little problem. I don't even think it's a real problem, to be honest with you, but we want to run the Hornet Evos on the Knox track for a bit of that Chon Mage racing format.
What's it called?
You can.
You say it.
My Japanese is as good as my Hungarian, which is not very good.
Yeah, but you've got it under control, Cookie.
Mage.
Mugget, yeah. So get used to that terminology because you're going to be using it a lot.
Yep.
So there are other things you can do with.
Yes, there are.
Hornet Evos.
Yes.
Amongst them, soccer.
Yes.
Soccer, you say?
Yes.
Soccer, I say. 5-a-side soccer, 5-minute halves.
Yeah.
We've got 50 Hornet Evos, which means we'll have
10
teams of 5. So we may do something like a random draw for team captain, and then the team captain can pick 4 players.
Oh, that's going to be like in the schoolyard. I'll never get picked.
We'll have... Well, maybe. Well, if you drive one-handed, I don't think anyone's going to pick you. Yeah. So it'll be probably a sticker on the windscreen and on the wing, so you know what team you're for.
Yep.
Engaging reverse is mandatory for the on-field soccer.
Absolutely.
We'll have the soccer ball, soccer goals, and it'll be 5 minutes with a referee. Probably yourself, Defender, since you can't drive.
Yeah, well, and me as a referee, that'll be really dodgy.
Yeah. So possibly on the Friday, where we were not sure whether we were going to be on track or not, in conjunction with whatever's happening on the track, you may see a little bit of 5-a-side Hornet Evo soccer.
And I think that will be super cool.
Yeah. We'll have to.
I think I need some new spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need some spikes. Yeah, that's right. You snipped them off. I think you might need some special. I reckon some of those Shoemaker tyres, 2-inch Shoemaker tyres with the big spikes on them on grass. I think that'll be the unfair advantage.
Can you just turn around and tell me what type of drug you're on, Aaron Defina? Because the Hornet Evos can only use one side on tyre, mate.
No, they can't. You can glue those tyres onto those tomato wheels. Haven't you done it before?
Not according to our really strict guidelines.
He's hallucinating, Cookie. Hallucinating.
Yep.
Well, I was going to say...
The good jungle juice.
Yeah, but you've got to remember that RC Soccer isn't necessarily just Hornet Evos.
No. Yeah.
Look at Mr. Atsushi Hara and what he runs in soccer. So, I'm thinking that it might not just be 5-a-side Hornets. There might be some other things playing on that grass track. If I'm refereeing, mate, the super sub can come in.
That's outrageous.
You got to remember, you've made me god for you've made me god for the soccer pitch. Look out! If I see
maybe comicals, you could do. Maybe you could use a comical.
What about a lunchbox?
Well, Hara's going to have his lunchbox there.
Exactly
right.
right.
Else there'll be.
Yeah, but I reckon that there'll be some people there with some cars that might want to come and play soccer. And we'll just see what goes. We've got the Hornet Evos, we can play soccer and we'll start there. But I reckon you can do other things.
Maybe they can team up and have their own side,
I'm sitting there and going, like we said, it's the chaos theory at the bash. This is the grass track. This is somewhere different. I reckon we just see what we get. Because you're going to have 50 Hornet Evos there, so that's going to be... That's easy. We've got 10 teams. But I reckon if someone wants to run a lunchbox or something else like that, I reckon I'd give them dispensation.
There it is. Gavin Floyd's online, the man with the smelliest pit area in the history of RC.
Oh, I saw one of our Magic supporters there that we actually owe a great deal of thanks to. I saw Hursty Old pop up, and he has helped us greatly for something. There he is. Hursty's popped up again. Evening, lad.
Yep.
He has done magic things for the bash. So there's lots of other people that I want to thank as part of the bash crew, and it's not just all our sponsors, and our sponsors are wonderful and magic, but there's been a whole lot of people who've put their own hands in their own pockets and done things to help us make this better. That may be one of them there, Mr. Cook.
Yeah, look at that.
Funky stickers.
Never seen one of those before.
No. But I reckon Hursty might have.
Yeah. And the numbers we've got, he did all of those as well.
Yeah.
The race numbers.
So, yes. Thank you, Mr. Hurst, for the help that you've given us for those things.
He is
magnificent.
The sticker whisperer.
Yes, very much so.
And really, we're on that topic. It's fair to say that the event wouldn't be what it is without everybody that attends.
Correct.
So you guys can try to put us on a pedestal, but it's not really about us. It's about the community as a whole.
No.
And that's the reason that we all actually do it, because like Aaron speaks before, it's an RC family, and we all get together once a year, and this is magnificent.
Mr. Tasker, and it's fun.
Heaps of people online. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. This is just a big excuse for us to hang out with all our friends, really.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention, let's just look at that list of Coswork. As you said, we've got a bunch of product from some of our sponsors, including Coswork. So Coswork, Speedy RC, Plague Bearings.
Yeah.
What else is there? I think there might be even another one or two, which I'll remember in a minute. But the Coswork, they've donated all sorts of stuff, like we were mentioning before. We've got car stands,
pit mats,
cleaning trays or assembly trays. Yeah, pit mats, a couple of different sizes of pit mats. The tool bag, transmitter bag, the three drawer buggy bag. You're saying wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Have you seen what Cosworks do though, Cookie?
There's a few.
All the other
few different hauler bags. Yeah, there's heaps of products.
Oh man, you look at some of their stuff, and I'm a big fan of their stuff because they've got hinge pins and they're flat at one end with little lock nuts on the other. So the old death of the C-clip popping off your hinge pin and your hinge pin falling out of your car.
That's no fun.
And if any of you out there haven't had that happen, you obviously haven't driven a car with 8-inch hinge pins with C-clips or E-clips on the end of it. Mate, Cosworth are knocking up some of those things for all the different cars where you can put them on all over the car. And, without these sponsors and without them getting into what the vintage side is and helping us to make all these parts so that we can keep running our cars and keep them going, it wouldn't be as much fun. So, just have a look at what the guys do. And if you're thinking, I can't run small bore shocks on my car, or I can't do this, or I haven't got this to run it, everybody who's helping us out here is making enough stuff to make it all work so that you can actually just get your car, get the car that you've either had or the car that you've loved and always wanted to have, and you can get it up and running. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Those stands are cool, they're coming handy.
Holy bananas. Yeah, I was going to say.
You got your 12 cars on display.
I was going to say 12.
Yeah.
What? It's only 12?
Yeah. Bags there.
Yeah, are those your legs?
They look like it.
No, they haven't got any ink on.
No.
Yeah.
Way too nude.
And they're shaved. Whoosh.
Well,
what are you trying to say?
I mean, that doesn't narrow it down. But.
No, true, it doesn't.
But yeah, Coswork do. I'm pretty sure they do universal joints.
They do
all sorts of super cool stuff.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been on their website, do check it out because they've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of good stuff for vintage is what I'm excited about. Is the more you find, the more you look, and you just go, hang on a minute.
Ooh,
these guys, look at that, the hinge pins.
The puppies you're talking about?
Yeah, they're the puppies that I'm talking to, and they do sets for all the different corners on. Because I don't know, most of you guys, you wouldn't know, but Cookie driving an Associated, how many times did you knock the C-clip, the E-clip off the back of the inner?
Ever happened to me? No.
Oh, didn't it? Oh, okay. No, not at all?
No.
So, yeah, look at those. You put them in, they bolt up, and they do them for Kyosho as well, and all sorts of stuff. So, mate.
Yeah, they've got a few different ones there.
Yeah.
Is it Yokomo?
Yep, it's Gucci. Just Gucci.
Yeah. pretty cool.
Shock towers, all sorts of stuff. You
Hidden
cannot
shocks.
go... Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Oops, I clicked on that. There you go. There's the
look at
the
that.
hinge pins.
Little lock nuts and everything else. It's the
Yeah.
genius idea. I'm sitting there going, why didn't we think of doing that back in the day?
Because you were driving an Associated, not a Lossy.
Yeah, because I never had the clips fall
Hang on.
off, so I didn't.
Oh, hang on.
bother.
Hang on, I drove a Lossy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the Kyosho Optima had the grub screws,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
Then they went to the Ultima and they didn't. So that's
Yeah,
it.
so that's Cosworks. So
Yeah.
there's endless cool stuff there. So check them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've also got Speedy RC, which you guys probably would have heard of.
If you're up in Queensland for the Chargers vintage meet, you would have seen him
You
there.
know Michael Sherman quite well.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
if you
That's right.
don't, you should, because he is a racer.
Way back. I did a trip to
and-
New Zealand with him back in, when was that? 98, I think. When I first met him.
And we
And
we joke about it, but he is the original RC Bunnings.
Yes. Absolutely.
And amongst his stuff, he gets a clinic bodies. The clinic make all really cool reproduction bodies.
Yeah.
I've used a few of them myself.
I got one of his replica A&L ones, and it's mint.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What have we got? Bit of clinic. Let's see if I can find some. There we go.
There they are.
We've got B4, Mirage, Double X, Triple X.
So you got no excuse. If you cracked your body, you can get a spare.
Wicked.
If you've done a crappy tribal paint job,
Oh, wash your mouth. Wash your mouth out, Solo. If there's no checkers on.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
CR.
If you-
Oh, Ultima.
If you're trying to make your 1987 Ultima look like a current model B7, then this you got no excuse. You can go. for the
You need to go and have a long, hard look at yourself in a mirror.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no space for tribal paint jobs on vintage bodies.
Yeah, that's good stuff. So,
Yep.
and also, plague bearings, which probably most of us have their bearings in our car.
Yep. Trevor.
Oh, yep.
The old Trev from Plague Bearings. So they've been an awesome sponsor as well. Plus, they're providing some vouchers. So we'll be looking to we'll either be giving away some as prizes or as part of raffle prizes.
And Trev will help you if you want a bearing size from some weird odd vintage car. He'll find it for you.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
And he'll make a kit. And if he hasn't got the kit up online, he'll make it for you. If you tell him the bearings, he'll just put it in a kit for you.
Yeah, they do lots of like pre-packaged sets, don't they, for the cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
I've
those
got
ones.
it. He's done a whole lot of stuff for me where I've come up and said I want a kit for this chassis and it's not up on there, and he'll just put it for you together. So
Oh, wicked.
yeah,
Yeah,
Super cool. The other one that we can't really forget is Ari from RC Hobbyland.
no,
We jokingly sent him a message wanted to see if he wanted to be a sponsor of the event, and
next thing you know,
it took him no time to say yes.
That was no joke.
How he's not at this event is still beyond me, because Ari, if you're online, you should know better. But he kindly donated a RC10 Classic, which for you associated guys is probably Nirvana. For the rest
Pretty
of
close
us,
to the
it's prob-
Halsey.
yeah, it's right up there. Yep, there you go. Stefana's been in the kitchen today.
he might have.
Yep.
Where are we? What have we got here? Jammin' 40th.
Yeah.
Not on there. Might
Yeah,
be the
very-
last one.
Very
Whoa.
exclusive,
Mate.
Yeah.
That'll be sought after.
Yeah, it's the last.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so they've got the Halsey.
The
here. So
OG.
got the green version here, but we've got the
The
not
gold
green
version.
the,
Yep, the gold version.
Yeah, so I've got the gold version of this,
Yeah.
which is in my cupboard here somewhere.
It's the same as that, but gold.
So that'll be.
That's a VB version. Actually, that's what they should have done.
The vintage bash version.
Vintage bash,
Here we
yeah.
go.
And they should have had
Marvelous.
They should have had
Yep.
that logo.
What?
Fantastic. Look at that.
We We could have put some of Hirsty's stickers on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Hirsty's probably already got one.
Yeah.
Probably already got all of them.
Awesome.
Is there someone else we're forgetting, Andy? No.
I'm sure there is. So we've got our Hobby Wing ESC and 23-turn brush motor combos for our 89 revival. So we've got all of those puppies.
Yep. So all the cars will have the same motors with the same gearing and the same speed controllers. And the other... Yeah, look at that. How good does that look?
Oh.
Get my fingers out of the way.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a Hobby Wing, one of the Hobby Wing motors that they had specially made for us.
Yeah.
So it's a vintage bash spec Hobby Wing. It doesn't exist. Angelo was kind enough to tee that up for us, and they've been fantastic to deal with, Hobby Wing. Just so you can see like how good that looks compared to this is an original one.
Oh, we're
Pretty flaming close.
Yeah, there's a later version, but yeah, like in the car they're going to look the same.
Yep. We've got the stickers there from MCA.
Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of different stickers for the different cars.
Yeah,
This is the Jack Johnson Revolution, of course.
I thought you were going to put that in Jay Halsey's car, Cookie.
That is going in this puppy.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look at this work about which way. We'll go that way.
Yeah.
That's magnificent.
So and I know Atsuchihara was dribbling over that one.
Yep. I think it's still got his drool on it. So this was built...
Oh, dear.
Did I have the microphone on? This was built by Jeff Primer, our good friend. I think it goes way back with many of us, including Mr. Lou and Mr. Daff. So, so Jeff Primer, this is one of his prize collection cars. We'll try not to scratch it too much. He's got the nice chassis protector on it. And this is going to be the Jack Johnson mobile.
Look at that.
So
look at that.
Car number 9. Yep.
Car number 9.
Yep, car number 9. I'll see if I can get this puppy on, which I can't with one hand.
See? Now you know what I feel like.
Yeah. How do you do anything? Like texting.
You don't, is the short answer. You just don't.
You just don't. Oh, rustling noises in the background. There we go.
Look at that.
Yep. So it needs a couple more stickers to go, but it's almost there.
Is that not a cool paint job?
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Is that not a cool paint job?
And not a tribal to be seen. Anywhere.
Not a weird tattooy shaped weird thingamajiggy all over it.
So for those that don't know, we've all talked about the 89 Worlds and the cars and how important it's been for Australia, because for us that sort of exposed us to the rest of the world. Before that, we'd only see stuff on magazines or, the Jensen Spencers amongst us or the Greg Collinses that went to some of the world championships that we never got to. 1989 was the year that they all came to us, so we all got to see that stuff. So the cars that Losi ran in 1989 at the Worlds were JRX Pro, prototypes.
Yeah.
So there were JRX2 mixed with a JRX-T. They did away with the 5-link. They used the H-arm. But by and large, the majority of the rest of the car was JRX2. And that was later to become the JRX Pro. Now, we talk about JRX Pro. This is the ride. This is my ride for Bash 4.
Oh.
You've all seen a JRX2, and not many people run JRX Pro, so this is my version of the JRX Pro. Now, can you see the tribal look of this one? Looks pretty tribal, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Yeah. So this body scheme was inspired by one of Andy's.
Thanks.
Andy, not you. The Andy that can paint his own bodies, mate.
You've seen my bodies. I've got at least 2 or 3 straight lines on them.
Yeah, I'll put this on a table and swap cameras so you Losi's enthusiasts amongst you can...
Hey, even the associated enthusiasts among us are looking at that and having a bit of a smile, Solar.
Well, hopefully.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Let's see. JRX Pro. So the long front truck house.
Yep.
Yep. I've gone the swept back front arms, which was one of the last things that they released. This also has for the guys that are into Losi, it's got the Jammin front spindle kit. So Jammin Jay Halsey by this stage come to his senses and was putting out parts for the Losi. And I'm sure some of you will remember the white
sliders.
White sliders, yep.
Hold on, I saw a little sticker on the back of that.
No, well, you did, but I can't disclose it. We'll disclose it at the Vintage Bash with
correct
with Hara.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's my ride. Something you don't get to see on the track very often, a JRX Pro. But you'll get to see it this time. 89 Worlds. Something else that was donated to us by one of our event sponsors, JC Racing. John kindly donated 2.2 inch wheels to fit on all the cars. So, unlike at St Ives in 1989, where a certain team had Yokomo 2.2 inch wheels and no one else had them, for this event, we're all going to have 2.2s. Yep. How cool are they?
Oh, what's this? What's this one here? Here we go. Which one's that?
Even the Schumacher.
Oh. Schumacher. Got the more Schumacher fronts. We've got the Losi. Got yellows and oranges. And what else? Here we go. We've also got these puppies.
Kyosho. One Kyosho in the A final. Who was that?
Mr. Joel.
Certain Joel Johnson with a very special Ultima too, as I recollect.
Yeah, it was like long wheelbase, quite a like a prototype car as well. So we'd always talk about the A's and the Losi prototypes, or A prototypes in particular. But Losi had not Losi, Ultima had it as well.
Yeah, Kyosho had the double-decked long wheelbase Ultima, which was exceptionally cool. And funnily enough, who built that one for us?
We have an unbelievable build for that one from Carter Sims.
Who's
during the week, I learnt that Joel Johnson's been ill. So
yes.
A shout out from Australia to Joel Johnson. If anyone knows of him, wishing you the best.
Yep.
We're all fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, very big fans. I'll see if I can get the pictures. So Carter's just pretty much finished his build now. Got the last few stickers, also from Mr. Hursty. Got some a bunch of the tricky stickers made up. And yeah, Carter has finished that build and it looks pretty spectacular. And after a bit of thinking music, and Lou was going to say something else, I'll find some pictures of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's it should be something to look forward to. We've got a bunch of drivers already organised. If you think you fit our requirement, we still may give you a steer.
What's our requirement?
What's our requirement? You need to be able to turn off the red mist.
I thought it was a brown paper bag full of cash.
No, I don't think even that will help you in this instance.
No, this is beyond cash.
This is beyond cash, yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but we've got some pretty good lineups.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be something worth hanging around at the end of the day to watch.
I think it's actually good because there are a couple of them. There's a bit of a connection between the cars and the drivers.
There's lots of connections.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. There's, oh, look at that!
Look at this! Yeah. Look at that! That's not the original.
No, that is
Carter's replica.
And how good does that look?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, they're not Kyosho front wheels though, are they?
No.
They actually ran the Losi front wheels on the. Oh well, he did on the car.
I think they're actually running the Losi front kingpins and caster blocks too, just quietly.
Well, there you go. Yeah, look
at
this.
Have a look.
So Carter's designed all of this from scratch, like all the chassis, top deck,
photos,
towers. Yeah, just from the photos, which is pretty awesome. So there's that's the original picture on the grid.
There's the OG, and then there's the card, the G.
The replica, and we've got the Hobby Week motor and system already in it. You might have actually seen a video of him running it at the Hills Worlds track a couple of days after the event finished. Simsy and Carter were still up there, and they gave it a few laps on that track, which is pretty cool. Like World's car on the 2025 Australia Worlds track.
I wonder if that's going to be added to the catalogue.
The Simsy catalogue?
Yes, correct.
I do not know.
Because you know what? I'm suffering a little bit of envy right there, and then I'm going, I wouldn't mind one of those.
It's pretty
Look
cool.
how good that motor looks with the stickers. And
I know, it's like I really wouldn't mind one of those just quietly. It's like, oh, jeepers. Like...
So these pictures are hot off the press. Just got these today. I'll do a feature post on this, on all the cars. I've done a few already, so haven't done this one yet. So I'll probably post up all these pics tomorrow to showcase this build.
Yeah, because that's a cool one, because that car, there were actually body off shots. And I don't know about how much you guys have actually let on, but the amount of work that you guys have done in your researching in trying to find these cars so they can be replicated in the last couple of months has been just epic. Because
some of the pictures are pretty crap, as we saw before.
Correct.
Where was it? Back here somewhere.
Yeah,
that's what we've been working from.
that perfectly focused shot. Yeah. How good's that?
That's a screenshot of the VHS converted video.
And it's probably been AI enhanced, and that's as good as you're going to get.
I think it's Andrew's idiot Photoshop enhanced.
Yeah, but you look at what Carter's done, and that is just a credit to Carter. That is just like an absolute Monty.
Original shot there. So we've used that. We've got a lot of the stickers, like the We Are the Competition and the Technicraft and stuff stickers there, plus on the shell, the stuff that Hursty has replicated. So these Joel Johnson World Champion on the top there, Kyosho Racing Team, Technicraft. Yeah, so they're all stickers that Hursty has recreated as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Talking of AI.
Oh.
There you go.
You've been busy.
Yeah, haven't you?
How cool does that look? Oh my god, there's a little driver in it as well. Didn't even notice that.
That's very cool.
Wicked.
Very cool.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'll post up a feature on this car tomorrow for everybody to drool over.
Epic. And so you're going to see that, and it's 9 other friends.
Yeah. So I posted the Halsey, the Halsey car this afternoon. So you guys might have seen that already.
I have indeed.
And so that's come up pretty well. Got the last few stickers on that one as well from Hursty. There's a theme.
Yeah, Hursty.
Yeah. So that's all happening. Yeah. So all the electronics are going into them, and the wheels will be going onto them. Like a lucky dip.
It's like, what is it, a box of chocolates?
Yeah. And then sometime, maybe next week, I'll do a feature on this one as well. I don't think I've done this one yet. Can't remember.
No.
So the Clifflet Stealth.
Yep. It's a rather nice looking car, that one.
Yeah. And then we've got, I think we've already done the feature on Bormax Top Cat.
Mr. Booth.
Phil Booth. Got the amazingly understeering Top Cat into the A final of the Worlds, which even he's still astounded by, apparently.
You did say Jamie Booth.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I heard Jamie Booth. Yep.
What did I say something else?
You said the other Booth.
There's
Mr. Phil. Mr. Phil.
Oh,
yep.
Did I? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. And Lou and I both went, oh, held their breath.
You wonder why he's not at the bash.
Yeah, that's right. He's just been insulted now. He's just sat down and just, that's it.
Yeah. So cool. Where are we? What's next? We've got heaps of people online. What have I missed? So we've got Steve talking about the raffles. Yeah.
You can't get a bad price. Yeah, correct.
No, you can't.
There's heaps of cool stuff.
You certainly
got
can't.
a couple of batteries as well. Should have a couple of batteries from Coyote.
There's something else. I'll just pop off for a sec and I'll be back. There's something else I've got to talk about.
Awesome.
Oh, hold on.
Who else have we got here online? So we've got Cam with a camera.
TRX1 drivers watching.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. Don't even get started on the TRX1.
Oh, another magnificent car. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right back.
Cool. No worries, Lou. Yep, that's excellent. So TRX1s, we'll be looking forward to seeing probably quite a few TRX1s out there this year. There was a few last year, but I think there'll be more this year.
I think you've done a power of work, Mr. Cook, in helping arrange that.
Yeah, we've got... Oh, wait a minute. Talking of TRX1, don't pull the cord out. Here we go.
Yeah, don't pull the camera over.
Got a magic box here with TRX1.
Oh.
So if people need spares, there's stuff. What have we got? Mainly arms.
Yeah, the things that vanish.
Yeah, well, the things that have gone rather brittle over 30 years of...
And then vanish once they hop on a track.
Yeah.
They disassemble themselves.
If they make it to the track, that is.
True, you could drop it down on the start and then it goes boink.
Put it on the stand, yeah. So uprights, all bits and pieces. So
yep.
TRX1 drivers.
We have you covered.
We have you covered. I think Hara wanted some TRX1 parts as well, I think he said.
I think, well, actually, I shouldn't say we. I should say you have them covered, Cookie. You and your marvellous 3D GP processors.
3GP.
I'm back.
He's back. What else?
Right, so I was at Knox last weekend for the Coleman Cup. And Toby Tyler from Out of Turn Photography came up. He's going to be at the event.
Toby Turner. Is that like Phil Booth?
2 from 2. 2 strikes.
Did I say Tyler?
Yes, you did.
Toby Turner's from Out of Turn Photography.
Oh, Toby.
Yeah. Have a look at this.
What are we looking at? What are we... Oh, reflection.
Yeah, I'll try to get it so...
Yep, that's it. Almost.
That is...
So, if you see this in person...
I can see me.
No,
I can see reflection.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
No.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
No.
45, yep, that's it. 45
Yep,
degree.
that's it.
Yep. What is this?
The photo doesn't do it justice. You need to see this for real. The shots that Toby takes is second to none. There are a lot of good photographers out there. I'll put Toby at the top of the heap.
Yep.
Not only because he's my mate, but because his shots are incredible. He will be at the Vintage Bash. He will be taking photos, and he will be doing one-off shots that he can put into a frame. Keep your eye out for that one too, because if there's a good shot of your car, I almost guarantee you Toby will be behind the trigger.
Yep. He is a fantastic photographer.
Yeah, and he doesn't just do RC.
And I was going to say, it's not just RC. I was going to say, yeah.
He showed me a couple of shots that he's done from drifting, and it's like poster quality.
But it's not just drifting. He's actually got some magnificent shots of landscapes and stuff too. So it'll blow your mind, but he is, and I rate him highly as a photographer, like epically cool. And there's all his car shots and everything else, but he does some...
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
There you go, Lou.
Lou's just excited now. Look at that. Lou's just...
Because of the AU.
Yeah, that's right.
Tony Gray's probably excited.
He probably drew that.
Yeah.
Somewhere early on in its life.
Awesome. Yeah, so he's done lots of like drifting and like circuit car.
But yeah, if you get a... So what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, is... Toby, if you get a good photo of your car, Toby can arrange to have it printed up and put into a frame for you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw that photo that Lou's got there in the frame. I saw that at the Coleman Cup, and oh my god, it looks like 3D. Like it's just it's awesome print.
I reckon Mr. Knight will be having a conniption looking at that.
Yeah, he might want that one.
Yeah, I was going to suggest he might want that one framed.
Oh, that's way too modern.
Yep. Ugh, what are you doing?
Oh, what's this?
Oh.
Actually, it's Paul Mansell, so he might be doing some photos.
How not to paint your vintage car.
Looks good on a modern car, not so good on a vintage car.
Yeah. Need to find more vintage. Anyway, so you can see he's done lots of drifting and stuff, which are pretty cool.
Same.
Remember his, was it his, I think he put it up here. Yeah, this shot.
Look at that. Holy bananas.
That's pretty spectacular. I think he's saying that they put flints or something on the back of the cars to make them spark like that.
Yeah, you can buy tyres with the flints in them, I think.
Yeah.
But that is just magnificent. So what it is if there's a, I think what it'll be is, what if I'm getting it right, Lou, is if you want a photo of your car, talk to Toby. He can take a photo of your car for you, or he'll focus on your car, and then he'll get something. So that'd be pretty cool.
There's every likelihood that he'll have a probably a television or something with like little thumbnails.
Okay, cool.
You'll see the photos that he's taken.
Oh, and you'll be able to select it on the spot.
You'll be able to select something, you can print it up for you and go from there.
Fantastic.
There'll be a fee, of course, but when you see this photo, it actually, and Andy will vouch for me, it actually looks like you're looking at the car because the resolution and the clarity is so good. It almost looks like it's actually Lexan that you're looking at, but it's a photo.
It's bizarre. It's like
it's weird,
coming out at you,
So he's worked out how to do 3D printing, but using his camera. Fantastic.
On 2D paper. It's pretty
On 2D paper. That's pretty darn good.
Pretty special.
Yeah.
Wicked. Okay, what else have we got? What else? We have... What do you want to talk about, Lou? Concourse?
Noise.
Concourse, you can talk about...
Race format. We missed some sponsors.
We know the sponsors.
We want to make sure we...
sponsors.
Yeah, so JC Racing, those guys, the UK company. John runs it. I'll see if I can bring it up as well. He does a lot of vintage replica parts as well as full kits. So this is his website, JC Racing. Oh, what have we got there? Cool. So JC Racing there. A lot of vintage stuff. What have we got? Like tyres, wheels, bodies, and then he's got his JC10, which you guys might have heard about, which is sort of like a recreation of an RC10 style.
JC10's the RPM car, Cookie.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it was a replica sort of RPM.
Yeah, it's the replica.
Okay.
It's the RPM car that they did back in the day, where they did the long arm conversion.
Oh, there we go. Long arm RC10.
Andrew, hate to interrupt you.
Yeah. Who do we see there? In a bunker.
Well, yeah. Undisclosed location, but it is a bunker.
Mr. Kovash,
Yes.
aka the Hungarian Hitman.
That's me.
Welcome.
Yeah. Good evening, gents. It is evening here. Yes.
Evening, El Presidente.
Location.
Yes.
Undisclosed location. We'll roll with that. But just been having a look at the feed on YouTube. Looks like the Knox Radio Control Car Club's had a few things to say about the TRX1.
Yeah, what have we got in the chat? There's going to be quite a few TRX1s, like that one. Beautiful.
I'm missing a couple, but I did see 3 TRX1s at Senor Louis Solar's house the other day. So I'm not sure where they originated from.
No comment, Neil. What sort of flag is that in the background there, Neil?
I'm getting some feedback here.
Defina. This is epic. That's it, he's fixed it.
There we go. It sounds a bit better.
We fixed it.
Cool.
Good. Fixed is good.
Much better.
Yeah, so pretty big week for RC last week. We had the Worlds and then Coleman Cup. A bit of a hiatus and then straight into the Vintage Bash.
Now, Neil, we've got straight away, the first message has come up on the screen. Mark Rogers. He's complaining, he's saying that our T-shirt shop doesn't have a no dispensation T-shirt to be able to be ordered.
We'll have to alleviate that situation, I think. We'll hit up one of our esteemed T-shirt manufacturers and we'll get right onto that, Mark.
No dispensation. Well, Mark, you can always order yourself a Gourmet Cafe T-shirt. They're available online right now. And if you haven't heard about the Gourmet Cafe, Neil's here to explain it to you. Neil, we've asked this before. Tell the people that are out there listening about the Gourmet Cafe.
Well, thanks for asking, Senor Louis Sola. The Gourmet Cafe, it's a cafe and it's gourmet.
What else do you need to know? For those that don't know, the Gourmet Cafe has actually been relocated. Andy Cook. Look at that. Our model.
Oh,
there you go.
Hurt myself.
It's a cafe and it's gourmet. Andy Cook, if you can bring up the overhead plan of the Vintage Bash for those that are watching.
I will do. Give me a moment.
Yeah, so you know the Gourmet Cafe, established in 1984, has been it's iconic, Neil.
Well, absolutely, and world famous. So Snake Charmer and I went down there and gave it a bit of a renovation, so to speak. For those of you who don't know, Snake Charmer is one of our newer members. The reason he got the nickname Snake Charmer was he sent me a photo of a wiring job. And ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a den of serpents. And I was going to get envenomated by this wiring job.
Envenomated?
Envenomated, yes. So we've given him the name Snake Charmer. And it's stuck. And it works quite well. And he's just started racing modified. And his third ever modified race was the Worlds at Castle Hill. He did exceptionally well. So... big shout out there to the Snake Charmer. Actually, big Knox contingent at the Worlds. And I mean, the facility they've got, and you know the event that they put on, and the way it was run, just second to none. And anyone that's in Castle Hill, you know, shoot down there and go see Peter Cooper and the crew there. It was really, really good. And, well, hopefully they get another Worlds there. You can never have enough world titles in Sydney.
Certainly talk of it.
Oh, so this is the event plan. Okay.
Yeah. So President Neil Kovacs hasn't been privy to this one. So this is a bit of a layout of how the Vintage Bash is going to run. If you haven't been, this might give you a little bit of an indication of what's actually going down. Cookie, if you can just zoom in where the Gourmet Cafe is and maybe point out where it used to be and where it's moved to. It used to be here.
It used to be, sort of down the end of this box
here.
Here.
Yeah, so it took a lot of work, but it's actually now moved right next door.
Yep, it's a long way all the way up here.
Yeah. So it actually opens up to the masses. It'll be underneath the Gourmet marquee. And while we're here online, we're going to announce something that's only going to be for people that are going to be coming to the Vintage Bash. Bar Majestic.
Bar Majestic. What is Bar Majestic?
Well, Bar Majestic, I'm giving it a bit of a rundown this evening, gentlemen.
You heard it first.
Off the record, strictly off the record.
Saw it first.
So we might have some refreshments available at Bar Majestic after the proceedings, the day's proceedings.
Yeah.
We've finalised those. So nothing official.
Nothing official, but if you ask, you'll get.
Yeah, effectively, yes. And it's you might also get a no comment. But Hara seemed quite happy about Bar Majestic. I ran it by him. Actually, he's a TRX1 aficionado.
He is.
Yes.
And
he just got
his theory is the handling could be greatly improved by putting a less aerodynamic body on it. Because, as you can see, you know, the TRX1 is the most aerodynamic body shell ever.
Good for speed runs.
Good for speed runs, you know. There's another TRX, you know, you can never have too many. So Hara's theory was A bit of feedback. Yeah, more of a non-aerodynamic body, but I think a JRX Pro body fits right on. So something to look at. But well, this particular car's jam-packed with most Cookie's front arms, rear arms, hubs, hub carriers, gearbox cover. So it goes quite well. It's got B4 front hubs and spindles. Just allows you to run, in the modern J Concepts dished wheels, which look pretty tough. So we might have enough for TRX1 control class. But anyway.
Well, especially now that we have some 3D printed parts, it allows photographers to take photos of the cars and the cars don't break.
Yeah, without the flash destroying the vehicles.
The impact of the flash.
Now I've got a question for you, Mr. President. When are you going to apply for the Ellipse stars for the Gourmet Cafe? Because a real restaurant has Michelin stars. Now, we don't have Michelin tyres there, so I just want to know how many stars do you reckon the Gourmet Cafe will have?
Well, we can do a poll because we do have so many international guests.
That's
and
right.
I believe there's a couple of Hungarians racing. Bodnar Mihai, for example, I see his entry on the list. So, a very specific minority group, the Hungarian community here in Melbourne. So it'll be good to see some of us representing. As you can see, I've got a bit of a flag. Which way am I going? A bit of a Hungarian flag there. And that's a Transylvanian staircase flag up top there.
Of course. It is.
And some appropriate headwear too, I'd suggest.
Yeah, Butchkoi hat and vest.
Yep.
And embroidered shirt, but you can't really see that. We've got to keep it legit.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say, if you'd actually frequented the Bar Majestic a little bit too long, that Transylvanian flag looks almost like an Argentinian flag.
Wow. Is that why they sank the General Belgrano? It's a case of mistaken identity, senor.
I have no comment. There's no comment when it comes to that. No comment, no dispensation.
Okay, so
Okay,
how about
so
back
let's
to the map?
Back to the serious stuff.
I'm getting worried. What do you want to point out, Lou?
We've got to have a little bit of a so obviously Thursday and Friday isn't a big deal for all of us because Thursday is a bit of a fun day. Friday we're just going to do obviously the concours, the truck racing.
Yep.
But Saturday and Sunday, because we have got so many entries, there will be no dispensations in your claybacks. So
no dispensation.
None whatsoever, and that includes Mark Rogers. So there's going to be a little bit of something that we're going to ask everyone to do, and driver etiquette. You'll need to go up the driver's stand on one side and come down off the other side, as Andy Cook's just showing you here. Now we have a beautiful 2 metre wide concrete footpath that runs beside the track, so no more cross-country walking. Much easier to get to the back of the driver's stand. We will do like a little drivers meeting to try to explain to everybody what it is that we're actually going to do. But some of the things that we're going to do is you'll literally put your transmitter down on a table that will be next to the driver's stand. The cars will be ferried and your transmitters will be ferried from one end of the track. We've got a couple of little trolleys, and then you'll be able to pick up the cars and then walk back out to the pits when you finish marshalling. Now, because the majority of the races have got 11 or 12 drivers, and we are doing grid starts, what we're going to ask is that 2 of the drivers from every heat cross the track and meet up here at the I can't actually say it, the race start marshalling point.
Yeah.
Race start marshal post.
Yeah. We can call it whatever you desire.
Well, yeah. There'll be a gazebo there with a television, which will have the actual grid order. So we'll ask 2 of the drivers from the previous heat to set up the grids, which should be fairly straightforward.
Yep. Actually, at this point, we'll pause for 1 sec, Lou, because discussing this layout might be a good point to bring in another guest.
Yeah.
So, not only do we have RC Race Media, we for the bash we have.
Oh, look at this handsome.
This handsome guy.
Haven't seen him for a while.
So we might have a little bit of feedback here, so just bear with us, guys. But have to put up with that. I'm not sure if you.
I'm working off a car microphone and car audio, so I apologise in advance if the audio is terrible.
There we go.
That's
So yeah,
pretty good,
we've
Mitch.
got Mitch on the mic, Mitchell Pratt, aka Mitch on the mic. Welcome.
How's it going, guys?
Awesome. We were, yes. So thanks again for coming on board at sort of recent notice. we had a chat during the Worlds, and you've been able to very graciously make time in your very hectic schedule, by the sound of it, to come and join us for the bash.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it as well. It's been an event that I've had sort of on my calendar for the past couple of years whilst watching it. I don't get down to Melbourne all too often, to be honest. So
Lucky
getting
you.
down there is always a bit of a privilege. Yeah, I know. but no, I've been watching it from the sideline. I'll be honest, like vintage side of things, I haven't had a huge amount to do with until somewhat recently, where the Chargers crew sort of got me on board for a couple of vintage races and felt a bit out of my depth going in, but absolutely loved it. I probably had the most fun race calling I've ever had at the recent Chargers events.
Yeah, the muster that we came up to recently was a big eye-opener for us, especially Lou. If you want to comment there, it was we thought it was pretty awesome, your commentary for that event. It really made it.
Well, I think, Mitch, you've been to a lot of race meetings and you've commentated a lot, but surely for you the highlight of the muster would have had to have been the Hornet Evo racing.
How many did we have on track at one point? I think that we had when we had a full grip with Mr. Tamiya. Yeah, there was a solid 24 out on track, which was pretty incredible. I'd say it was definitely an eye opener. I managed to steal one out of Geno's hands as well. Have a little run for myself, and that was good fun too. So definitely something different. Definitely not a modified beast of a four-wheel drive or anything. But yeah, just a really good fun class.
Brilliant. Yeah, so we've decided we'd love to have your commentary as part of the bash this time around. So we've got you for Saturday and Sunday. So this the two massive days of racing, and you'll be calling a lot of it, well, most of it for us.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. I'll jump back to here. So that's all sorted. Yeah. So Mitch, we're just going through the sort of layout of the bash, drivers and marshalling. So everybody out there, you'll be needing to listen to all the information and what Mitch says as well in terms of moving out to the marshalling points quickly. As Lou said, drop your transmitter, move out to marshal, and then at the end of your race, you'll walk over to this area. This area here where it says car stop. So when you finish driving, you cross the start-finish line. We're planning to do a clockwise direction. So you drive only to the first corner and pull straight off. So we want to minimize the amount of extra time that we have between races, so that we can get through the big days. So pull the cars straight off here. The marshal at this point will put the cars on the sort of tables that'll be somewhere here. It's a bit of a work in progress, but there'll be tables here with the cars, and then eventually the transmitters will be placed. And then after you marshal, you go and grab your car and transmitter, of course, and exit the racing area back to the pits, which is over on the right hand side here. And then you can talk about your awesome race for the next 2 hours.
Hornet Evo track is going to be...
Hornet Evo track is going to be up in this top right corner somewhere.
Yep.
Maybe. What do you reckon, Lou? It's probably
soccer
off
pitch,
the chart. The soccer pitch over the back here?
Yep.
Yep. So we'll probably place it somewhere in the grass here, just sort of behind the pit area. And also there's a bit of a bank sort of further out over the park, sort of like a banked area with some grass. So we might do something there as well, to be determined.
Well, there's no shortage of room, so that'll be good.
Yeah. Yep, and we're going to have, so this dotted line here roughly will represent temporary fencing that we're going to have put up around all of the pit area. So, and we'll have some security. So I'll have an actual security guard that'll be staying at the track all 3 nights. So Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And it's not Aaron.
Oh, come on. Like the stories Aaron gave us from the Knox car park shenanigans last year, all alleged, of course. Yeah. Like, man, what goes on in that car park once the lights go out?
Yeah, is that something we want to know?
Wow, does the Imid Arm have something to do with that, ADF?
Yeah, it's a possibility, but he'll never admit to it.
Yeah, I think that's Aaron's audio as well.
I heard it was incurred at a regatta, in fact.
There was some interesting costumes. There was activity around the squash courts, which may not have involved squash.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so yep, so we've got security. So yeah, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night we'll have security from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m., which is awesome. And we'll have that temporary fencing basically around those 3 sides of the pit area to sort of deter any unwanted shenanigans. And if I zoom in, where am I? If I zoom in over here, we have a yellow box, otherwise known as, was it Carly's Coffee Cart Extravaganza? So we had I don't think we can hear you, Aaron, but Aaron organised a coffee cart for us last year, which we have got again, which is awesome. Oh, do we have you back, Aaron?
Yeah, no, they do. I actually, I put it on mute so that just in case there was noises. But no, they're back again this year. So the girls who were there last year, that everyone, partook of, their coffees and their sandwiches and their cakes and everything else, they had a great time. They thought it was one of the coolest things they've done. So they were asking whether they could come back. So we'll definitely have them back on site. So you can get your coffee and your snacks there.
Yep.
And, before you partake of the gourmet cafe.
Yeah, so we can have, so we'll have one end of the walkway here will be the coffee cart and the other end will be the gourmet cafe. So it's like best of both worlds. What more do you want?
The hallway of food.
Yeah.
Neil Kovacs, can you, while we got you all online at the same time, do you want to just run Mitchell Pratt through the gourmet cafe? Because he's new to this.
Well, I was put on the spot last year in front of a worldwide audience, Mitch, and Senor Luis Sola handed me the mic and he said, "Well, Neil, tell us about the gourmet cafe." And I didn't have much time to think, so I said, "Well, it's a cafe and it's gourmet." And that's all to say, really.
There's not much more to say, Neil.
Perfectly factual, and simplicity is the ultimate.
All right, now let's get serious. We had the Vic Championships earlier late last year.
Yes, first weekend of December.
And the comments we had, Neil, was that they were the best sausages anyone's ever had at a race meeting.
Well, that's why we get the finest ingredients and a selection of sauces. Cooked to perfection. We use propane-fired cooking equipment. So, expect the best and, leave the rest, effectively. So, we'll be down there Thursday, probably Friday for breakfast and lunch, Saturday for breakfast and lunch, Sunday for breakfast and lunch. So that's why the Coleman Cup is such a good event, because we get motivated, and it's it's a dry run for our other big events. I mean, last year was Coleman Cup Vic Titles. Coleman Cup Vintage Bash Vic Titles within like a month of each other. And I'd just gotten back from 3 months in Hungary. It's like, hey, what better way to get reacclimatized than, throw myself under the bus and, run some race meetings. And it all worked out, and what Knox has been, this is our 41st year, so we're going into our 42nd year. I'm pretty sure Keilor's not too far behind Knox, and Wodonga's been around since 1987. So, the Knox, Keilor, Wodonga have been around for quite some time. I think Mildura got up and running. Shout out to the big show at Mildura, Simon Ryan. He sort of got up and running when Wookie and I were doing the 2004 Nationals track in Wodonga. So Mildura's been around, that 20-year kind of period. So, the VDS is very, very successful series. We've been doing it for years, and we used to do a lot of work with Mark Polistena, and Ray Monday. We used to sort of do all the points and the calendars year in, year out. So it's grown, and it's a successful series. And as I mentioned at the Coleman Cup, we've got to support it. We've got to keep it going, because, hey, if we don't do that, it goes away and it never comes back. But that's why these big races are good. It puts us on the map, and it shows, hey, we're the world famous Knox Radio Control Car Club, not just the Knox Radio Control Car Club. So, and look, it's a great club. If anyone looks at our Facebook page, it's more of a meme page than a serious racer page, and there's a lot of nicknames pop up, and there's a lot of banter and whatnot down the track, and that's what we do. We go down the track, we're running our cars. There's a multitude of cars and people and different skills and styles of racer. And that's really good. And we get an opportunity to race 4 times a year at all the 1/10 clubs in Victoria. And it was interesting at the Worlds. I was talking to a lot of the Americans, and like Michigan doesn't have a 1/10 scale off-road track outdoors. They don't have the club, because obviously all of our tracks are run by clubs on public land, and it's not a thing that's really done over in America. The majority of, there's probably exceptions to the rule, but the majority of them are indoor, privately owned tracks. Bit of a different culture, but yeah, that's the rundown for Knox. Hey, we've applied for the Nationals next year, December 4, 5, 6, I think. Right at the end of the year. It's out of the way, and Coleman Cup Vintage Bash Nationals. I think it's got a pretty good ring to it.
Cool, very exciting. Is that maybe a first an announcement of that plan for the Nationals? We'll roll with it as a tentative official announcement. I'm happy with that, Cookie. A tentative, definite maybe.
Definite maybe. We haven't had the Nationals at Knox since 2000, so 26 years is it's over a quarter of a century. That's again, that just reiterates how long the club's been there. And the founding member of the club, shout out to Pete Zarebski, he actually lives in the same street that the club's on, and he's the original member, and he's still down there every Sunday running the meeting, mowing the grass, fixing the break-ins that we have, and we had a break-in the other week. That was less than gourmet, but nothing was stolen. I think they got spooked. Aaron Defina might have been lurking in the car park and spooked them away, but I can't confirm or deny that. But so it's the history's still there, and to have someone that's been there from the onset. He was the first man on the ground with a lawnmower and walked around and mowed that track out, and here we are nearly 42 years later. utilising the facility and making it work. And now it's international.
And running cars from the same era.
Oh, well, yeah. I wish I was still from the same era. You know.
That's pretty cool. You mentioned the Worlds there, Mr. Hitman. So, Mitch, you have just commentated on the Worlds up at Hills, the amazing Hills track in the west of Sydney. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your, the experience, what you thought of it, and maybe what you could potentially bring from that to the Bash commentary?
What you learned from being privy to the fastest guys in the world for 2 weeks straight.
And me.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience. It was a real eye opener. I have been to World Championships in the past. I went to Hoodie Arena in 2019 as just a racer. I tried my best at that. I think I ended up mid-pack. I went over to the US for the last 10 scale off-road Worlds at Hobby Action as sort of a half and half, trying to have a race but also doing sort of a little bit of media coverage from my own sort of side of things with Mitch on the mic, and just sort of giving an inside look into what an average Joe racer is doing over there, and roughly ended up about the same point, about mid-pack, lower mid-pack. And yeah, to go to Hills Off-Road RC, like having the potential knowledge that we might hold a Worlds in Australia for the last sort of 2 years. It's sort of been working towards that the whole last 2 years to sort of try to be in a position to be a race caller for that event, and for it to all come together, it was definitely a sort of a bit of a dream come true sort of moment. And then putting a bit of a cream on top of that, working along with the Scotty Guyot and also Scotty Ernst, obviously. Scotty Ernst, obviously an absolute animal on the microphone. And then having Scotty Guyot with just an incredible amount of knowledge that he brings to the table. And then realistically just topping that off with RC Race Media. And to be perfectly honest, I've pretty much either worked alongside or been in races with every other media coverer now just about around the world. And working alongside RC Race Media, I don't see anyone better. So for you guys to have RC Race Media for this event, and I'll be jumping on the commentary, I think I'm bringing a lot to the table there. But as for the world side of things, they pretty much made everything work and work really well. The scenery around the track there is impeccable. It is the postcard scenery that you expect for Australia. Just surrounded by gum trees, wildlife, birds. I'm pretty sure a couple of people did actually see a snake at one point during the week. So that's always a bonus.
It was a rather large spider, I believe.
Yeah, there was definitely a couple of spiders. I woke up one morning, there was a spider in my bed. That wasn't a pleasure by any means. I still think that Dom might have chucked it there somehow. But yeah, just the overall experience of it was just incredible. Being able to commentate the drivers that you've been watching realistically for the last couple of years, at least 10 years for some of them, to even longer for other drivers, to have them on the racetrack in your own backyard realistically, and then to be able to commentate that, it really was a bit of a dream come true sort of situation for myself. And definitely, I'd say in the two-wheel drive segment, once we got to the A mains, we had a bit of a nerves come and kick on in. But once we sort of get into a rhythm, Scotty Ernst and myself, I think we work together pretty well, especially come four-wheel drive. I think that side of things really came out really well polished. So look forward to that's the side of things. And one thing I actually did miss out whilst I was down in Sydney, Atsushi Hara came out to an on-road track just down the road from the Hills Off-Road Club there. And he did some laps in a Formula 1 car. I was really looking forward to commentating Atsushi Hara race. I think that's one dream that I haven't yet ticked off. And so with him coming down, I'll fingers crossed be able to tick that off. So looking forward to that as well.
That'll be definitely ticked.
Couple of weeks, that'll be definitely ticked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I was discussing with the Big Show, my esteemed pitman for the Worlds. But yeah, even he said, you and Scotty Ernst, Mitch, it was a really good synergy with the commentary. Big Show and I, we do a bit of commentary. It's obviously not. We're sort of the southern end of the commentary, so to speak. But and obviously Scotty G nailed it as well. So I don't know if there's some room on the mic. Big Show and I will be there. We'll be definitely lurking around. So don't be afraid to pull us in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here at the Vintage Bash for the 1989 World's Reenactment Final. I'm really looking forward to the coverage this year, because it's it's been a bit of a rudimentary grassroots set up the last few years effectively, but we pulled it off. But this year it's going to step it up, and the nerves are setting in this year. It's like, okay, we've got to step it up. It's that's the club's got it, and Lou, Cookie, ADF, they've done all the organising, and we just got to pull the trigger on it now, and just let's watch it take off. It's going to be magnificent.
And talking of Scotties, we've got Scotty Guyat coming down to join the team with Mitch and the RC Race Media guys. So a lot of you would have seen.
You've nearly got the whole band together again.
Yeah, getting the band back together. So we had a lot of you guys would have seen Scotty on the World's coverage as well, doing a lot of the interviews and pit walks, which we're going to have a lot of for this event. So a lot of interviews, chats with the guys, cars, looking around the pits, stories. Yeah, want to hear lots of stories from everybody. So get your best stories ready for Scotty and the crew to record. During
the week, I got asked by someone that's going to be what we would normally refer to as a Vintage Bash virgin, can I display cars? Well, the whole reason that we run these events is for bringing out old cars. So whether you race them or you don't race them, if you've got something that's special, by all means bring it along, because what we're trying to capture is not only the camaraderie between us when we put the cars on the track and race against each other, but we've all got a lot of cars that have got a lot of history behind them. I was gifted one last weekend. It's something that means a lot to me. It's a history behind it. This is a pre-production Lossy Double X pre-production that belonged to Brendan Coleman, and this car was in a bit of a mess, and I said I'd restore it, and I did. But there's a story within this car. There's a lot of stories between these cars, and what we're going to try to do this year is to capture all these stories and to capture them on video and show the rest of the world what we do with regards to vintage RC cars, racing, hanging out together, commentating, talking smack. You heard the Hungarian Hitman already talking smack. You've heard Mitch on the mic. I heard 3 days straight of his commentary on the World Championships. Every time that he got to the mic, he was better than the time before. By the end of the event, I wanted to just stay home and watch it on television, because it was like watching ESPN. You guys are so polished. So to have you guys on board at this event is going to be awesome. And this is a shout out to everybody that's coming. If you've got something special, bring it along, because Cookie and I have organised a little area next to the Gourmet Cafe to display these cars. We will this year actually have a working media centre, the Hobbies Direct Media Centre, where you'll be able to get your car photographed, tell your story. So, yeah, bring the stuff down. We all want to see it. Defina wants to see it.
Defina's fallen asleep.
Yeah. He's gone into no comment mode.
Yeah, there's no dispensations for any of you guys.
Oh. There it is.
The whole no dispensation thing comes from I think it was last year's Vic titles, on-road Vic titles at Baronia, or the year before. It might have been last year. No, well, I think it was last year. And Theo Theodoro was there, the Cypriot god. Turns out he's not Greek. He's actually.
You ready?
Yeah.
He's the Greek Hugh Hefner.
I thought he was Cypriot.
Well, same thing.
So, and Theo is racing 50 classes. Rennie was there. Rennie's his pit man, and there was always a malfunction of some description. And Big Show and I we were the commentators. That was pretty cool, and we kept giving Theo a dispensation, and he came. I think Ren was just fed up, and he came out. He put Theo's car on the grid, and I don't know, it wasn't plugged in, or he didn't true the comm and put the end bell on the right way, or peak his batteries. I'm not sure. Anyway, it was a no-go, and it's like, we'll give him a dispensation, Ren. And Ren yells out, no dispensation. And that's actually on the YouTube live feed, because I think RC Race Media were covering that. There was...
No.
No? Oh, I think, Damien Dixon was set that one up, I believe. Anyway, that's... that's last year, such a long time ago. But look, there's all these memes occur, and they turn into different memes, and that's sort of like, especially if you're talking to the Wookiee or Matt Griffin, you can, or the Big Show, because we've been racing together since 1991. That's how I know these guys. It's not that I know them, I went to school with them, or I played soccer with them, or no, I know them from racing radio control cars. And that's it's such an important, part of what I do. Because I'm always at the track with other people. We're just that's what it is, and that's what we do.
Aaron's got a term for that one, haven't you, Aaron? What do you call it?
I can't remember, Sumo.
Something along the lines of RC family.
Yeah, well, that's obvious. Yeah, it's the RC family. But I thought there was some other better term than that one. Jeepers, I thought
that is the best term, really.
But it is. It's the truth.
I mean, it's generally, for the bigger races, I'll have all the blokes staying here. We'll go to Mildura. I will stay at the Big Show's house. He's a terrible plasterer, so I had to re-plaster his bungalow. He's a good electrician, though. People are shocked when I tell them I'm not a licensed electrician.
Uh-oh.
If that's a dad joke, it wasn't a really good one.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to give me a dispensation, mate.
Oh, God. We've got a message there from Robbie saying that Mitch on the mic did Australia proud at the Worlds. I concur. I think you guys did a ball-terror job.
Yeah. You made the days at work.
You made the days at work. Can't have done it without the rest of the crew, RC Race Media and Scotty Guide. Man, I actually think that someone needs to study Scotty Guide's brain, because what that guy does is, his memory is just.
He's a natural.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's why I love to get all of that sort of stuff on the video. So it's it's all streamed. After it's streamed, it's saved on YouTube on demand, so we can all everybody can watch it.
You have to remember that this event is now not about us racing. It's about us being the custodians of the memory of RC. And that's what this is. This is us being the custodians, and we've got to put it into the library so that people into the future can then go back and see it. And that's why it's going to be awesome with RC Race Media, with Mitch, with Scotty Guyot, with everybody there, because it'll all then get recorded. Otherwise, it's going to fade into the distance. Well, it'll be gone. So that's where to me, that's where this one is going to be the big flip. Because we're now having it stored. It's able to be stored, not just live inside our heads where we watched last year. You walk around and you see, your stuff, the cars coming out, people's Mugans, people's, guys' tables with all the different cars and the histories behind it. it only lives for us, whereas now the rest of the world can actually see it because you'll be able to go back and get it. And that's what's really important about having this guy's media going on and storing it and being stored, forever. So that's where it's important. And like you said, we get to pull all the stuff out of Scotty Guy's brain, store it onto videotape forever.
Have you guys already called out that the Bash got a mention at the AE event in Vegas? Oh, that's great if we did.
We haven't called it out. I didn't know it
No,
happened.
we didn't know it happened.
No, I didn't know it happened.
Yeah, tell us more.
Wow.
Captain
Well, shout out to the AE Vegas event. Scotty Pettit's there.
Yep.
And
Scotty
Darren Johnson.
Pettit and Darren Johnson.
Yeah.
DJ, Scotty Ernst.
Yeah, Michael Gamba that attended our last Vintage
Yep.
Bash.
I saw the beard.
From Texas. He's
Yep.
there.
He's from Texas, yeah.
Dwayne Barr from Canada is also there. I've seen him.
So, it's...
Yeah, and there's some guy that reckons he can drive, some Japanese guy called Masami Hirosaka doing some laps there too. I did see some 13mm shocks on his car. I've got no comment on that.
Lost me.
Are they
Lost me.
13 mil or half inch?
Cool. Depends what side of the bed you get out of.
Depends what side of the equator you wake up on.
Well, they're in the States. I thought it'd still be all SAE, But
Did you actually see the post? Someone put up a post, and they had one of the heats, and it had all the fast guys, and there were fast guys from every decade in one heat. Like, there was the Rivkins, there was Mayfields, there was Masami, there was Scott Spears. There was just this list, and you're looking at it and you're going, my gosh, it's all the names from the top guys from each decade that I remember reading RC cars, and they're all in one heat, going hammer and tongs at each other with their vintage cars. And you go, well, it's pretty cool. So, if you're interested in vintage, have a pick up on the stuff going on up in Vegas.
Yeah, lots of top vintage races there. Okay.
Exit stage left, I hyperextended a shoulder and disassembled some things, discombobulated in the old terminology. So had to get a wonderful surgeon over in a hospital to go inside and reattach the stuff. Put a couple of self-tappers in.
Well, RC racing might be, less.
Mate, the way I am, Neil, I could hurt myself at the track. Don't you worry about that. I could go to the track and I'll end up with something horrible going wrong. So don't you worry about that.
Well, we don't want that either. We need a jumping castle for you or something,
Yeah, I could hurt myself in a jumping castle. I reckon I could kill myself playing chess.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
We're all back.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
We had a
We're all back.
power outage here, so I don't know what happened. How much we lost or didn't lose.
That's all right.
I
Hopefully we lost a lot of it because Neil was asking me how I got hurt.
Yeah, I think the UPS has kicked in, so I'll have to check the stream later to see see if we disappeared or not. But we're back. Yeah. So what do you reckon? RC racing, you could still find a way to injure yourself.
Oh mate, I can. Like I said, I can kill myself playing chess. So I don't know how RC racing is going to be safer.
Actually, is that a public service announcement? Because Giles, what's he do? He pulled the.
He did a knee. Yeah, he did a knee. Yeah, he did a knee last year. Yeah.
Was it last year or the year last year?
That was a Coleman Cup, I think it was.
That was the.
No, I thought it was the Bash. It was the Bash. Yeah,
It was the Bash.
it was the Bash. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had to disappear himself off to hospital. So.
Go and get rebuilt.
Everybody out there, we're not getting any younger, so careful, especially when you're marshalling. You don't have to marshal super fast. It's not the world's.
Yeah. And one thing that we probably should, I don't know whether we've mentioned it to Mitch, but after the up at Chargers when we had you commentating the Reedy race formats on the second day, that's what we're doing at the Bash. So just so you know, it's this qualifying thing, it's cut.
Yep.
There's no qualifying, it's all head to head.
All races.
So bring your A game, Mitch, for every race.
Good. Yeah, that makes it exciting. It
Yeah.
made some incredible races throughout it, the muster. Every race was just a banger. So we're looking forward to more of that. I'm sure I'll lose my voice on Saturday, probably about 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, you'll have to come to Bar Majestic to wet your whistle, brother.
Yeah.
We'll Bar Majestic sponsoring Mitch on the mic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
With a hot toddy. Can you knock up a hot toddy, Mr. Hitman?
Well, mate, we do custom orders for our special guests, ADF.
Yeah. Warm brandy and honey. That'll keep Mitch's throat going.
How about I give him a parles, mate? I'll give him a parlinko, a Hungarian medicinal remedy.
I don't even want to think of that. It's like
Hold on,
warm,
is that legal?
Milkshake.
Is that legal in how many countries?
Well, it's because it's called a hungaricum. So Hungarians are allowed to brew it and distill it. We get a dispensation for that, in fact. So I may have to bring down some parlinko, and we can all partake because it's culturally appropriate.
Does that mean we're going to go toe for toe with some grappa?
Well, it's kind of like grappa. But we call it parlinko.
Now, when you got it, as long as you're using an old Fiat 500 radiator to do the cooling, then it'll taste all right.
I think the Croatians and Serbians called it slivovic because we call it parlinko because slivovic is made from plums because that's the root word. Silvo is like plum, but in Hungarian parlinko is just it's fruit brandy, so it's made. You've got different types of parlinko. I'll give you a rundown on it closer to the date.
Perfect. Taste test.
Mr. Mitch, so you are more than welcome to hang around if you would like to, but I believe you might need to get going.
I thought he was parked on the side of the road. I was watching headlights in the background. I'm going, hope he's parked safely.
He might be in the Knox car park.
The colours aren't there, Neil. Mate, you haven't seen the right colours yet.
So I am actually parked just beside England Park Raceway, the on-road track here for the IC on-road nationals. So we wrapped up qualifying for the day here, 3 rounds for everyone, and extra round for GT8. But yeah, got a good hour and a half drive to get back home tonight before we start all over again tomorrow. So
we should let you go then, so you can get home safely.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to catching up with everyone and seeing some quality on-track action in not too long at all.
Quality off-track action as well.
Off-track action.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's going to be magnificent.
Yep.
Thank you again, Mitch.
Magnificent. Thank you again, Mitch.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward.
Too easy, guys. All right, we'll see you at the track.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mitch.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Mitch. Good on you, mate.
Cheers, man.
So there you go. Mitchell Pratt, commentator extraordinaire. I think you'll work well with the Hungarian hitman, Andy Cook.
I think so. There's definitely a chemistry going on there, I felt.
I feel it already.
What is it? What was it? Parlance or whatever it was? There's the chemistry.
Parlinko.
Parlinko. There's
Parlinko.
that's the chemistry.
With
Get
Hungarian,
ourselves a bottle of that.
you've got Hungarian's got a lot of vowel harmonies, so it's par. So you rise it up, parlinko.
So that's like,
and then you cut it off.
so we can call it like parlay, like a pirate.
Parlay is like speak,
Yeah, but no parlay. I want to. Parlay's a dispensation. You remember that?
You can say parles. Parles is like the unofficial word for parlinko. So it's in the. I've got some in the freezer. That's
it's good if you keep it in the freezer and it stays liquid. Then that tells you that it's all right.
It's liquid, It's anyway. It's Hungarian recipe, and hey, we'll see what happens at Bar Majestic. But we don't want to set the joint on fire because it is highly flammable.
But you can use it. Maybe you could dip a 540 in it. Run it in.
Oh, mate, that might be the hot ticket. Or was that what was Bodnar Mihai doing that back in the day? You know, Michael Bodnar might have been partaking.
Oh no, I can tell you what you do to the thing, and it used to be shellite, but I reckon you might have a bit more go in that stuff than shellite.
I thought it was milk. There's all these,
Coca-Cola and Fanta is what it is.
How many times did I see a jar full of shellite go up in flames because someone's put the 540, the live 540 in the shellite, not put the dead 540 in, and then applying the voltage.
See, you were telling me RC car racing was safe. Look, there you go.
You've got options, Darren. There's multiple options to into
solid.
Brushless did solve a lot of problems.
took away all the fun.
Yeah, no explosions. We've got zillions of comments and questions. Do we want
Maybe we should answer the questions.
I think there's some really good ones here that we need to answer.
Do we need to insult any of the comments?
Probably there's a few. I'll just flick through a few. So a few comments such as Stuart Tierney. He's got a very good point with our grass track grasshopper. Don't know how we're going to organise that, but thought that was pretty funny.
It's not bad.
Yeah, Hayden Tasker coming over again.
Fantastic.
Yep, legend.
Yeah,
absolute legend.
Trip. Looking forward to catching up again. Hursty said he had a blast doing them, the stickers for us. So yeah, thanks Hursty.
You sure he wasn't tuning a 540?
Yeah, a blast doing something. Something blew up. Explosive stickers.
That would have been Rory if it was a blast.
Yeah. Oh no, the smoke out.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, too soon.
Stuart said the raffle page is not working. I did just check it, and it seemed to be there. So.
No, it's just that Lou set it up so he wins that car. That's all it is.
Only Lou can access it.
Lou set it up so that, funnily enough, there's only one name on the entry on all the entries.
Some people on this panel know me, and some know me better than others.
Okay, so also Karen's saying that Plague are fantastic, so I think everybody will agree with you there.
110%.
Yep.
Trevor was the first one we approached, and the first one that said yes. He wanted to be part of this, which has been magnificent.
We'll look out, Lou. I think Mark is on to you.
No, RC10 Nirvana for Lossy, guys. Well, no.
No comment?
No, I've got comments. I've got comments, but this could be a long-winded chat, which I might save for the Vintage Bash interview.
Awesome. Retro Rob says hello. Who's this? Team Noduyuna. Beautiful cars. Thank you. It was one of the 89 cars, I assume. Where are we?
Well, they got a camera in your garage.
Yeah. Somewhere here. Cool. So
some people have a camera in their basement.
Oh, Mardav Cobra's ready. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Has Mardav re-released the Cobra, or have they got new old stock parts for it?
Oh.
Or was it never discontinued?
No, someone redid it. So they did a rerun of the Mardavs back in it was a while ago. Tony Gray would probably be the best who knew the most about it for the re-re. But then that stopped, and now someone else is looking at it and taking it over and doing it again. How races run? Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So here's a good question. Who wants to answer that one, Mr. Lou or?
How a race is run?
Yeah.
So
what's that? So
that could be a double-edged question. I really don't know which way. How a race meeting is run?
No, I think
a race event.
I reckon each race. So
I think just describe how it goes.
Go up on the driver's stand from the left-hand side.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's like you go down, you get your car ready. When the other race is being run, you listen to the conversations over the microphone. You will get called out.
You wait here.
So you'll go down and wait. So you walk all the way down to the other end of the driver's stand. You wait.
Yep.
The other race is finished. Yep. You'll then put your car down in the little spot down there. And then you'll walk up onto the stand, but you don't drive your car out onto the track until you're given clearance by the race controller.
Probably Mitch.
Yeah, which will be Mitch on the mic, and he'll say, track is open, so you will then drive your car around do it fairly slowly. Don't bin your car before the start of the race and break it.
And
So you drive round
and
and
the key
then
point there, Aaron, when you say drive the car around, so the cars are going here, we're going clockwise direction.
That's right.
And we want you to not do extra laps, so you only just do this like third of a lap or so. It goes off the page here. And then back up, and you'll stop.
And then stop there. Yep. And that's where you leave them there. Yeah.
Have the grid painted here, I assume.
Those two marshals will then be over there and then reline your cars up.
Yep.
You'll then hear some talking on the microphone. There'll be the get ready, watch your cars. There'll be a tone. It'll go. Then you'll start to drive around. That's where you have your fun.
Yep.
Don't yell at marshals. Enjoy, race, go round. There'll be a countdown over the top where they'll be talking about how long you've got to go in the race. They'll also
5-minute race.
Yep, 5 minutes. So it'll be there. They'll probably give you a warning. 1 minute down, 2 minutes down. 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go, 30 seconds to go. Then they'll say, you'll hear Mitch calling all of that. Then there'll be a thing. You go over, you'll hear your car will be called finished. Once it's called finished, you slow down. Once you've crossed the finish line, slow down through that corner, so that first corner there, and then drive off into that spot over there. So pull off there.
Straight away.
Don't keep doing any more laps. Stop there and then you just stop. And then you step back from the edge of the driver's stand. If when you're driving your car breaks down on the track and you can't keep going, just step back from the front of the driver's stand, so you can step back and just stand up there, but you're supposed to wait up there until the race is finished.
Yep.
So you don't go down and try and run around and doing everything else.
Distracting.
Distracting. So you just step back. Yep. So you wait there. Once it's all finished and everyone's finished, then you will walk down, orderly way down the bottom. And then there's a table. If you look underneath where the thing there's a table. Is once you've come down. That's all right. Once you've come down the stand, that's where you put your transmitter. So you put your transmitter there, and then you walk off to the track to your marshalling point.
Yep.
So there'll be
marshals
that.
will probably have numbers or something. We'll have to work that out.
Yeah, we'll have. There'll be.
The track.
Yeah, so you'll be told that there'll be witches' hats or something with numbers there, and there'll be the spaces that you go to and marshal. So you'll know where you go and marshal. And if you go there and there's two marshals there, then don't be silly. Just go and find a spot where there's no marshal and go and marshal. One of the marshals will then, be collecting transmitters and putting them into the little trolley and wheeling them round to where the cars go, and then going back to their marshalling point. So that's that. Yeah. But then, so you're doing that. Whilst you're coming down and doing that, the next lot of guys are going up onto the stand. I should say guys and girls go up onto the stand.
Yep.
You then wait and you do your marshalling. And now with marshalling, one of the hardest things to do is not watch the race, but just watch your corners. If you're following the leaders around, you'll miss where someone, might need a marshal in your area. So make sure you watch your area of the track. And then after that next race is done, you then get up and you go and you'll walk over to the car spot where it is, pick up your car and your transmitter, walk to the gourmet cafe, order some food, and then go and put your car down on your table and then just start talking, like Cookie said. Do tabletop karate where you're going, I went this way, and then he went that way, and then I went this way, and you can do that for the next 2 hours until your next race.
Can you do that with one arm, or does it need two arms?
Well, that's right. No, you can do it with one arm. Look, I can one-hand clap.
Yep,
see?
nice.
I can one-hand clap, so that's all right.
Awesome.
So,
in any case, we'll be having a little
driver's briefing.
Briefing. More than likely it'll be on the Friday, where we'll go into detail about what's going down there.
Yeah.
Cookie, you keep saying we're going to go
clockwise.
Clockwise.
But we may go anti-clockwise.
Ooh.
Well, if you go anti-clockwise, we'll have to get our heads around the trolley and all that, where the cars go and all that sort of stuff.
This could be
we'll work it
something
out.
that the hitman will, myself and the hitman will confer upon.
Awesome. The problem is that our new tabletop, which was installed for the Vintage Bash, I'm not sure if it works if it works clockwise.
That'll be something we might try tomorrow, Neil.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Big. Yeah, well, I'll be at the track tomorrow. I've got to put some shelves in, and
that's a quick shout out too. If there's anyone that's watching at the moment,
in Melbourne,
and Neil in Melbourne, myself and Neil will be at the track tomorrow doing a little bit of track maintenance. All the major stuff has been done. We've got a little bit of painting, maybe a little bit of mowing, just basic stuff, cleaning, stuff like that. So if you can spend a couple of hours with us, it'd be really good. If you're a chippy, Neil would love your help, because we're going to do we need to do a shelf in the back of the Gourmet Cafe.
I've tried to employ Snake Charmer, who is a steer builder. However, he's attending a regatta. Can you believe it, Aaron Defina?
I can indeed.
Please, okay.
Aaron Defina and Snake Charmer have raced each other at regattas in sailing events for years, and they've been racing each other at Knox for the last 3 years, and they didn't know each other.
No.
I don't know how that. We got to the bottom of it though, which is
Yeah. But you laugh about Snake Charmer, and I'm going, mate, I wouldn't call him a snake charmer. I've seen a pile of ropes in the bottom of his boat when he's sailing, and you sort of sit there and you go, okay.
So the name is appropriate.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that offline.
Here we got something different. You can custom order the t-shirts with extra stuff on them. Yes, you can. You can actually put a different design on the back of them and on the front of them, as our number one model Andrew Cook will show you. Not only does he have the Gourmet Cafe on the rear, but he also has the current Vintage Bash 4 logo on the front.
Can they put Band-Aids on mine?
Stylish yet functional.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Like the Vintage Bash was getting called out at the World, so there was a lot of interest for this event at the Worlds. And Hara, Hara's just full blown nerd spec vintage guy. It's kind of like, wow, okay, I thought I was into this. It's I'm just an apprentice compared to what he knows and what he's got.
You're the Padawan, Neil. You're the Padawan. He's the Emperor.
Yes, and a TRX1 enthusiast, Neil Cohen.
Yeah, we had in-depth discussions about TRX1s, and then one of the New Zealand races races a TRX1, and then Paul Berserk. So it was a compound TRX1 conversation over multiple pit spaces. Well, now that we can get the things to actually last 5 minutes on the track, it's going to be. There'll be a competitive buggy, especially at Knox in November. Yeah.
Did you see this, Neil? I can't remember if you're a...
Yeah, I did. I saw that. I may or may not have been lurking around as Knox RC Car Club on the live feed. Well, yeah, I mean, but those parts, Cookie, they've done a whole season. The only breakage we had was the rear toe, rear arm mounts. Yeah. But they were always a weak spot originally. But man, it's just good that now you can actually battle with one of these without thinking, what's going to disintegrate when I put the battery in.
Well, it sounds like you've got the critical mass, Neil. You've got the number of people with the TRX and the parts.
Yeah. Look, it's all come together. I mean, this particular this is the chassis I ran. I think I got it in Easter 1992. I got this, and so it's done a lot of racing. But it got third at the Nationals in 21.5 in 2013 at Mildura, and qualified third and got fourth at the Vix. No, not the Vix. Mallee Madness this year in Mildura. So, it's amazing that I've still got it and it's kept running. There's a Blue Eagle LS that I've got. It's pretty much complete, but that's going to need a whole set of arms manufactured. The front arms are the same because it's basically got a bulkhead extender and uses the TRX1 front arms. The rear arms are they're probably off a Sledgehammer or something. It looks like a wider TRX1 arm. The gearbox is a bit different, but most of the parts are interchangeable. So that might be the VB 5.0 project to get a Blue Eagle LS running.
If you get one of those, I think you'll get Mr. Grant Sereno all excited.
I stood over Grant and Theo at the Senior and I did at the on-road mats last year, because here they are running the on-road mats. It's like, why at the Vintage Bash? Oh, we didn't know it was on.
That's
like,
rubbish.
Oh, come on, mate, I'm not giving you a dispensation for that lie. Come on.
No, that's
You
right.
know,
Well, there's
it-
got to be
no
a couple
excuse for
people
not
in the
knowing.
world that don't know about it. I mean, most people do.
Well, if they're talking about it in Las Vegas, Neil Kovacs, they should know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, absolutely. Actually, Mitch on the mic was the commentator. They had the RC race media at the on-road nationals at Templestowe last year. So, you know, it's we spend a lot of time with all these people. And, you know, I spend more time with my RC family than my real family. You know, which is good and bad at the same time. But
No comment?
yeah, you know,
I hope they're not watching,
you
Neil.
know.
I hope they're not watching and listening.
My brother, I was watching. Shout out to James and my nephew William. Nephew's just a full-on RC nerd. You know, drives really well. I'll have to entice him down to Knox one day.
Legend.
Maybe, you know, we'll see what happens. He's cut a lot of laps at Wodonga, but you know, it's a big week ahead, boys. It's
The countdown's on.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got a couple of questions here about the pit area. So Nids is saying the layout looks great. Can we leave tents up all weekend?
Yes, you can.
Short answer is yes. Yep. So yeah, we've got security, we've got the temporary fencing around the pit area, and we're planning to leave up all the gazebos. What else you want to leave there is kind of up to you. You know, tables, chairs, of course, will be fine, but leave a few bits and pieces on the tables. I think it'll be okay. And
Yep. And do pay attention to the layout. There's no real booking as such. Just try to first in best rest.
Yep.
But do keep an eye out on the way that we've got the layout. We, myself and Andy Cook, will be down there at some stage marking out the area during the week. We may be there probably Wednesday morning or something. We'll just mark out the pit area so you know where to put your stuff up.
yeah, so we've got a few like reserved areas, obviously around the gourmet cafe and displays. We've got our sponsor alley section down. Yep, and we'll have two. Like there'll be three massive marquees. So this is one of them for the gourmet cafe, and then we've got two more here, which will be mostly reserved for international and interstate travellers and guests that need a space, and we'll have all the tables and chairs for them as well supplied, so you don't need to bring those if you're travelling. If you're from local, please bring your own gazebos, tables and chairs.
And if you've got extras, we're not going to knock you back.
Yeah, so more the better. We won't have tables and chairs for everybody, just the interstaters and internationals.
Yeah.
So yeah, please bring your own stuff. Couple of reserve spots here for the Hobbies Direct Media Centre, and also our good friend Jason Millward from True Vintage RC, Bormac, as we all know him. So we've got a spot for him as well for his amazing display also. So yeah, other than that, all these white spots will just be, each one of those squares should be a 3x3 metre gazebo size. And yeah, as Lou said, we'll sort of mark it out, so we'll try and keep it reasonably orderly. We do need to have a gap of, is it 3 metres, Daff, I think? Or
I can't remember. There's actually
some
a
actual
permitting
regulation.
Yeah, there's actually a regulation where we need to have some space between gazebos. So if you're
I'm
asked,
going to tell you that the best way to do it, you don't want to have any more than 4 gazebos tied together.
Correct. That's right. So I was going to say,
and there is one other, Andy. As I was looking at the screen, it just reminded me. Campbelltown Hobbies. Michael Snedden is coming down from Campbelltown Hobbies, and he will have an on-site pop-up shop.
Wow, awesome.
So we better put him in sponsor alley
So
at the
we'll
end.
probably
He'll
have
be down
him
here
adjacent to the coffee cart, I'd say, more than likely.
Yeah.
On the other side
I
of
roped him into working at the Gourmet Cafe. he extracted enough money from me at the Worlds.
Need to get some credits back.
Yeah.
What goes around comes around.
That was the
But
final sponsor that
honestly,
was on
like,
the back of my mind.
It's, you know, like, you look at what the sponsors do and what they provide, and we can't do it without them. Like, these events aren't cheap to put on. The cost of everything is just, it's insane. Like, the food bill for the Coleman Cup was like $500 for, it's like, okay, a few years ago it would have been $100. So, well, that's why we need the sponsors on board to give us the support, just to keep it all going. But to keep it going is not enough. We need to improve. It's constant improvement, and that's the hard part. But I think Knox's, the executive team's put in a lot of effort. Well, everyone that's involved, and we've chipped away. And I think we've got a much better facility now than we have had, in the last 3 years. So, and that's going to the litmus test is the Vintage Bash the next week. It's going to be a bit on edge because. Well, we'll pull it off. But it's there's always a bushfire to put out. We've got the experience to make it all happen, and we've got the support to make it happen. So, watching what's going on in Vegas now, it's kind of like, okay, those guys are going to do that, and we're going to do the Vintage Bash, and we'll give them a shout out, and it's going to be so good. And came with a camera, plenty of tables for TRX1 displays. Yeah, well, I'm going to make a president's call. There's going to be a TRX1 tent. Now, I'm going to make a Traxxas tent, came with a camera. All right, so anyone with a Traxxas, we've got a Traxxas team to watch flag. So I'll give the Traxxas competitors a dispensation. We'll have our own tent. I'm not sure if it'll have a security guard, but we might get a mannequin and dress it up, and it could be sort of a pseudo
Hungarian outfit.
Hey, why not? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong, Senor Lewis?
Team Traxxas Hungary, the team to watch.
That's mate. Let's go with it.
Okay, Mark Rogers. Honest question: load and unload point, and is there any room for parking? Yes. So. I would suggest, and this is a suggestion only, if you're in the vicinity on Wednesday night, it would be a good time to come and set up your gazebos. Otherwise, it would be Thursday. Yep. Load and unload will be behind where the coffee cart is at the moment. I would suggest that initially we don't leave the cars parked on the grass.
No.
Because the council doesn't take to it too well. Having said that, the whole car park since last year has been redone. So for those of you that came last year and saw the car park, it's nothing like that. There's a lot more spots now. I'm assuming that we'll have enough room for all of us to park our cars there. Yep. If it turns to poo, then we may have to turn to the grass.
Yep. I would suggest you park, and once you've unloaded, you then go and move your car. We'll ask you to move your car onto the asphalt, go to a car parking space.
Yeah.
Because they redid the car park and they put a lot more spaces in there, so should be all right, Mr. Rogers.
There's a lot more room. It's a much more linear experience driving in there. except for the speed humps. So if you've got a low car,
bring a 4-wheel drive. Don't bring your F1.
Just park at my joint, and I'll give you a lift to the track. It'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like, man, They must have had some spare asphalt to get rid of to put those speed humps in because...
No, mate.
Wow.
They were just trying to slow down the Porsches from last Tuesday. It was Friday night. Friday night.
They were trying to duplicate the Surf's Up sanction from Detroit.
Yep, that's right.
Wow. We'll call the car park the Surf's Up section. There you go. From the 91 Worlds in Detroit.
Okay, so here you go. Here's a bit of an overhead that Andy Cook has done for us.
Perfect.
It doesn't actually capture the complete car park, but you get a gist of the changes.
Yeah, there's another half at the bottom there.
Yeah, and there's more to the left too.
Yep.
Yes. And I saw Mr. Tim Phillips put up there. There's 18 sponsors of the Vintage Bash, and I counted them on my hands.
Yes.
Well, and he's correct. There's 18 sponsors.
Yep.
Yeah, I hadn't actually counted them up.
Neither had I. When he put 18 up, I went, what the hell? And then counted them and went,
technically it's 19 if we count the Gourmet Cafe.
Yeah, of course. the world famous Gourmet Cafe, Neil Kovacs.
Well, you know, it's world famous with international support. You know,
international flavour.
You know, as you can see, which hand? What have I got? Which way am I moving? Oh, yeah, we've got a Hungarian flag. We've got a.
We had a question actually for you there, Kovac.
What's the big trophy behind on the wall?
What's the big trophy?
That's the Coleman Cup. That is the Coleman Cup.
Wow. How come that is there, Mr. Kovac?
Yeah.
Well, on the back of the Victoria Day Awards, Neil. He's going to have to take his...
Oof.
This is actually serious, guys.
Yep.
It's,
this is very cool.
We joke about it a little bit, but it's actually a bit serious.
Sorry, Lou, I had to take the headphones off. So, Brendan Coleman was the fast racer at Knox, national champion. He won the stock national championship in Perth in 1993 with a TRX1.
92.
I think it was 93, wasn't it?
2.
Was it 90? Was it 92 in Perth?
92 in Perth. 93 was Illawarra.
So 90, and Illawarra was the biggest nationals in Australia up until that point. Yeah, so 92, Brendan Coleman won the nationals in the stock class with a TRX1. Ray Monday may have got 6th in that class. We're trying to dig that up. So anyway, so Brendan was a fast racer, and he was haemophiliac, and had a blood transfusion, and they didn't really screen blood transfusions with the how they screen them now. So we ended up getting HIV and unfortunately passing away, and he was 20 years old. And so in you know, it's a memorial. It's a memorial trophy, and Brendan would have been 50 years old this year, and the event's Knox hosts this event. We used to have the Coleman Cup go to all the different clubs in Victoria, but we did change that, and it's now at Knox. So the Coleman Cup is it's the same weekend every year. It's the second weekend of October, and the Coleman Cup's the Sportsman's Award, and it's solid silver. You know, there are a lot of important names on here. You know, when 96, 95, Graham Detman, 96, Andrew Giddings, 97, Theo Theodoro. So, you know, we've just been speaking about Theo, and he's on this trophy. 98, Keith Sayer. 99, Scott Giles. 2000, Peter Brady. 2001, Tony Booster. You know, Tony and Mark Polistena, they were, and Brady, of course, you know, they were running the Keilor Club. They kept it together. 2002, Tim McCoy. You know, the McCoy brothers were fast racers at Keilor and at Knox. Good guys. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. You know, come down to the Vintage Bash. 2003, Michael Goodfellow, fast young guy out of Wodonga. Not so young these days, but you know, we do see Mick down at. We saw him at the Dirt GP in August. 2004, Jake Brady. That's Peter Brady's nephew. 2005, Matt Towns. Now, was Matt Towns racing out of Wodonga? I'm not too sure. Anyway, 2006, Peter Crow, Knox Life member, and so Peter Crow and Brendan Coleman ran the three-phase mains cable from the Carrington Park Leisure Centre underground to the Knox, to Sue's Shed, Gourmet Cafe, Sue's Shed. So, you know, there's a bit more of a tie over. 2007, Peter Brady. Peter's just a mainstay of Vic RC Racing. He's always there all the time. 2008, Krista Johnson. Krista's from Mildura. Lovely guy. He's actually Swedish, and he's moving to Spain. So good luck on your trip to Spain, Krista. 2009, Mark Polistena. Mark, very close friend of mine. Had a lot of adventures on and off the track. Mark passed away in 2017, I think. So there's actually the Polistena Cup. So Keilor's got a very similar event to the Coleman Cup. Mark was a fast racer, infectious laugh, infectious smile. I never saw the guy angry. And man, he could dish it up to Ray Monday. He was really fast. I miss Mark. He's a really good friend of mine. 2010, Paul Keeley, PK. PK organised so many events at Mildura and, made them run flawlessly. 2011, Michael Ellis. Michael was a young guy at Knox. I think he's living in South Australia now, but he was always down the track doing stuff. That's the thing. If you're not racing at the track, you're down the track, improving the track, and that's why these people are on the trophy. 2012, Chris McHale. Chris is the former Wodonga president. Again, hours and hours on the phone with Chris and at the track, organising events, just making it happen. 2013, John Watkins. John's a fast racer. I think he's doing fifth scale now. John Watkins was.
Was he president of Keilor at one stage?
Oh, sorry, I'm getting my I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, so John Watkins, president at Keilor again. These guys come in, and it's your life. You can't just half do. Oh, I'm the president of the club. I'll delegate all the roles. You have to live it. And hey, again, that's why John's on the trophy. 2014, Anthony Zammit. That's Cameron Zammit's father, and a lovely guy, put in a lot of work, and again, kept it going. What do we got? 2015, Andrew Artemich. Andrew came along. We did a lot of racing at all the clubs. And, he was at Knox. One year we did the curbs at Knox, Keilor and Wodonga. We drove up to Wodonga for a day and we did the curbs up there. And, I'd mix the mud, he wouldn't let me near the trowel. I don't know. And I'm a bricklayer, so that might mean I put the R back into rough. But 2016, Peter Worcester, the rookie. Again, I met the guy at the old Wodonga track, or the second Wodonga track. So Wodonga's had 3 tracks. We had the Silver Drive track, which was Keith Barton's block of land. So Keith Barton had an electronics shop, and he was selling Tamiya kits. And Brian Smith walked past one day and was like, "Hey, I've got to get myself one of these." And they got talking, and they started the club in 1987. And then it moved to to Willow Park in Wodonga. That's the old Willow Park track, which was there for many years. And I think in 2001, it moved to Diamond Park. So, the current Wodonga track's been there for a quarter of a century. So, big shout out to the rookie. One of my best mates. I love the guy. And again, he just lives it. There's no half measures there. and I think he's like you, Samuel Lewis. So he's hoarding a few of my cars, but that might be the discussion at Bar Majestic. 2017, Barry Densley. Baz was a racer out at Mildura, raced with his kids. At all the meetings, always helping out all the time. And still chat to Barry. Comes down to Mildura sometimes when we're all hanging out there. So shout out to Barry. Now, 2018, Ben Howard. Now, again, like when Lou and I were sort of getting the, plonked ourselves into the track, so to speak. It's like, well, how do we do this live RC type lifetime? So on the phone to Ben Howard, hey, Ben, can you help us with this? Can you help us with that? Hey, man, I'll remote in. You got to do it this way. So, hours and hours and hours of time. And he's, he was always at the races. He's had a bit of a hiatus, but he's back. He was at the Worlds, which was good to see. And he was also at the Coleman Cup. And again, a lovely guy, and he makes it happen. 2019, Frank Faciol. Frank, I haven't seen Frank for a while, but, a Keylor regular that put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, hundreds of hours of his time to keep it happen and make it happen. Now, 2020, 2021, I think they were the COVID years. 2022 was Simon Ryan, the Big Show. And, again, one of my best friends, he started the Mildura Club, he runs the Mildura Club. If you want to find him, don't go to his house, just go down the Mildura track. He'll be at the track. 2023, Senor Louis Sola. Again, well, I don't need to say much there. 2024, Christine Camilleri, part of the Camilleri clan. Again, like, if you want to find them, they're at the track, and they're the Bunnings of RC, outsiders RC. They make it happen, and they keep it. They keep it happening. And 2025 was, I've handed this trophy out to a lot of people over the years. I've had it at my house for many years. I never thought I'd ever have the honour of the achievement of even getting nominated for a Coleman Cup. And the Colemans were there this year. The family was there. They donated $1,000 to our club to keep the club going. And I said, Lou's like, well, we're happy to forward the money on to a worthy charity that needs money. And they said, no, the money's there to improve the club and keep it going. So, a bit of a roller coaster week for me. Worlds, work, back to the track, and I've got the Coleman Cup here. So it's and we've kept it going, and that's what's important. We've got to keep it going. We have to improve. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. But here we are. Look, imagine 30 years ago, hey, we're going to have a live cast with all these guys that, everyone around the world's watching us talk about the Coleman Cup. Oh, man, what are you talking about? The technology will never be that good. And now it is. And, this can, it's a big shout out to everyone that's watching and, taking your time to listen to the Knox story.
There you go, Cookie, there's one for you to share.
I've got my my World's driver ID. I couldn't find my Finland one. It's lurking around here somewhere. But yeah, Coleman Cup, Perpetual Cup, Coleman Perpetual Cup, sports person of the meeting. And that's
it means a lot to me, and I think I'd like to imagine it means a lot to everyone, because we are an RC family, and we put the passion into it, and we get the passion out of it. And it's RC's multi-generational now. Well, there you go. There's the Coleman family, and Brendan, Lou's son Brendan is named after Brendan Coleman. So it's there's just so much history here, and it's extremely important to keep it going. So there you go. A bit of a rundown on the Coleman Cup. I'm still a bit overwhelmed. Just to be honest, it's more than an honour to actually to not just storing it at my house, to actually be the award recipient this year. So I'll put it back to its place of residence. I think I've said enough for maybe the next 5 minutes. So I'll hand back over to you guys.
Very well said, Neil, and you're spot on, mate, with everything you said. It's an award that gets given out, and I think the last few years people have actually understood the importance of this award. For those of you that don't know, we joke and laugh about it a lot, and Neil is a bit of a comedian, but the amount of work that he does at the Knox Club is second to none. I wish I was as physically active as he is, because I'd be there with him every time, but you'll always find Neil at the club. And for us four here to be sitting, as Neil said, on YouTube, talking about in 2 weeks' time we're about to host at the Little Knox Club that about 4 years ago was ready to be shut down because no one really cared about it anymore. And we're about to host an event with nearly 485 entries. It's just, we don't even know what to say. We have to pinch ourselves because we can't believe it's actually going to happen. And to have a major event like what's happening at Las Vegas now, and they're talking about is, we must be doing something good. And it's not just us, as I said earlier today, it's all you guys that are putting your hand in your pocket and you're coming out. RC family, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's and look, the internationals, like, wow, it'll be good to see Hara. He's super pumped, man. Like he took on Cookie's I'm Pitman. And, next minute, Cookie's got a fully decked out Coyote rig going on. I'm like, oh, man, I should have brought my TRX-1, Might have got a bit more love.
I'll print you some green set of plastics for it.
Yeah.
And
actually, that'd look pretty gourmet.
It actually would, wouldn't it? But, yeah. So, yeah, Hara's, he's so cool. He's kind of just like us, other than being really awesome world champion. But his love of vintage... the history, getting his old cars back, recreating some of his old cars, like the jackets, the Losi jacket, Yokomo jacket he used to have when he was racing for those team companies. He's so, he chucked them out at the time, because we don't think twice about it, and now he's just so passionate, why did I do it? He's mentioned on multiple occasions, why did I throw the jacket out? Because all those memories are attached to those sort of items now. So you can really see the passion come through with him, and he's coming to this event. He's not being sponsored to come and win a big championship or race meet. He just wants to come to a fun vintage festival style event to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Back in the day, you had to have the gangster batteries, the hottest donk on the market, and now it's like, how do I turn this thing down? Especially at the World, it's like, man, there's just way too much power with these modern systems. And Hara's like, oh, you got to charge your battery to 8 volts in a two-wheel drive. Okay, that's not a thing you would have considered 20 years ago. So look, it's that depth of knowledge, and that's the thing with going to a Worlds. You've got the factory support there, like Sultan Dong's there from Hobbywing, and he just doesn't program the speedo controller. He asks you some questions. You know, what's your gear ratio? No, this is it. No, that's completely wrong. So, and then we get the gear ratio right, then we can work on the speedo controller. It'll be good having Hobbywing there. You know, Angelo's a great guy. The support's just going to be, you know, insane. And, you know, I'm looking at all these bloody sponsors. It's like, man.
Well, Angelo's actually going to be at the event as Hobbywing support. So, any of you guys that are running Hobbywing stuff, if you've got problems with it or you need help with setting up and stuff, Angelo's the man. You'll have his little tent set up there. Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Wow.
Hobbywing support at the Vintage Bash.
They did a special run of motors for the bash.
Yep.
Yeah, for our 89 cars, Neil.
Wow.
You missed it at the start. We did touch on it. Cookie's got one there.
Oh, fair income. They did those.
Not the sticker.
Yeah, so we put our own stickers on them.
Oh, you put your own stickers on them.
Yeah.
Wow. So what blank? It's a Hobbywing blank, is it?
Yeah, 23 turn brushed, obviously.
What's it say on the end bell? What's the?
It says no comment.
Says
On the plastic.
It says 23.
On the
on there. Oh my god, I can't see it this time of night. It says plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
Is that focus?
It was obviously back in the day. Yokomo with the reedy blanks. TOP was
Yep. Yokomo cans.
Team Orion Power. Epic Ernie Pravetti Import Company. You know, they were the Yokomo and Epic were the main blanks back in the day. But wow, 23 man. That's with a you know, with a modern lipo. There's plenty of donk. Those things will be up and running.
Yeah, it's good speed. We didn't want them to be, you know, ridiculously fast. We wanted them to be nice and drivable, be kind of similar to what they would have used to be back then. So the torque's probably similar to like a 12 turn back in the day. Top end's probably not quite the same, but you know, quick enough for what we want to do for this demonstration exhibition of the cars.
It'll be. I'll stand over Mitch on the mic, and I'll have to commentate the 89 reenactment.
Oh, absolutely.
But I was watching was it 91, 87, 91? When did Rory Cole make the A main? Was it
87? He made an 8.
Because I think he got a 6-second penalty for jumping the start in one of the finals.
I don't know about
You'll have
that.
to ask him. You'll
have to ask him.
Yeah. He's coming again.
Always good to see Rory. But he popped in at the Worlds, actually.
He did.
Man, it was like a Knox Club day at the Worlds. It's like, you know.
I think Rory will be driving this one and at least one or more of the races.
And we promise we'll put sticks for him.
Yeah.
A stick radio.
We
can't have him turning
a little crayon over the top of Craig, and we'll write Rory instead or something. Or?
Get one of those whiteboard markers and cross it out and just write Rory.
Yeah. Well, if Craig's watching, you should know him better. Instead of going to Las Vegas, he should have been in Melbourne, Victoria.
No, he should have just come down to Melbourne after Vegas.
We can still do it.
It's a 2-week game.
Yeah, he's got 2 weeks.
You know.
Yeah.
So who did the paint job on that bad boy?
Yeah, very good question. So that
the Grand Poobah himself.
Yep.
Yep. The was it the Bash Origin, Mr. Tony Gray, TFG. That is all painted. The whole of the eagle, which side? The Craig. So like scroll. It's kind of like a scrolls design, like a sort of tear.
Yeah.
You know, tearing through the body as such.
I think
it's all hand painted by Tony Gray with his drawing skills.
Epic drawing skills.
Yeah.
I think Dallas did the originals, didn't he?
Yeah,
Luke?
Dallas Matthijssen. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the two.
Oh,
So he did
really?
one for
Yeah.
Rory
And one for Craig. Yeah.
which I have the picture of somewhere.
It's interesting. I was talking to who did the video for the 2002
Ray Wood.
Ray Wood.
Ray Wood.
Yeah.
That's Big Show and I were talking to Ray Wood at the Worlds because Ray was there.
Yeah.
And yeah, he told us some stories of Dallas Smith Eason. You know, what went on at the Worlds, because I think they had the off-road and on-road Worlds in 2002 in South Africa.
I went to the on-road Worlds, and the off-road Worlds were held there prior. Yeah, probably the same year. I can't remember, but yes, 2002 was South Africa, Johannesburg, just outside of Johannesburg.
I think the off-road Worlds were in Pretoria.
Sounds right. Yep.
You know, and it was interesting talking to Ray. Like Big Show and I bailed him up, as we do. And it's like, man, I reckon we wore out that 2002
VHS.
You know, VHS, man. It's, you know, it was... Well, that was the YouTube of the time.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, really good production.
That video is on YouTube, actually. I found it the other day. So if anybody wants to search for 2002 On-Road World Championships in South Africa, Ray Wood, you will probably find it.
He covered the on-road and off-road.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
Off-road one, I'm not sure. It might be on there as well, but I definitely saw the on-road one.
Yeah, the off-road one probably is. So the off-road one, in four-wheel drive, Matt Francis top qualified with the Triple X prototype, but Stenari got him in the finals. And at the end of the final, Matt Francis punts his transmitter bag off the stand, but Francis he did take the dual drive final. They treated the track with calcium chloride because it blew out for the four-wheel drive day. They had the four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive was the first class. In a lot of world titles, four-wheel drive is generally the first class, and that's what we used to do with Vixen Nationals. But you know, it's not as important these days. So yeah, Francis won with the Losi Triple X. So that was 2002. What was the Worlds after that?
2004 was... I only know on-road back then. 2004 was on-road in Florida. Off-road...
I think it was 2003, 2004. It was Minreg. It was Minreg in Florida, and Billy Easton won with the B4, and Ryan Cavalieri won with the Triple X. That's right, because Matt Griffin was at that one.
Whoa.
That's right.
Reminds me of another name, which is Joel Johnson. I'll just bring up this little video here of... I don't know if you'll be able to hear the sound.
Carter showing off.
It's gonna drive me crazy. But yeah, this is Carter driving his Joel Johnson replica that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, with a Hobbywing 23 turn.
Yeah, so this is with...
so that's got the 23 turn in it.
Yep, so that's the motor we just showed.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's at the Hills Worlds track, of course, with the tool drive direction.
Carter and Nathan Healy, they drove really well at the Worlds, and you know, watching those two drive at the Coleman Cup last week, it's like, man, you know, their skills were just, you know, razor sharp. It was amazing to what, you know, and Snake Charmer, like, considering the dudes just started RC racing, it's like, hey man, you want to come to the Worlds? Oh, okay. And he did. Yeah, hey, why not? Because that's what it's about. As I said to him, I said, look, man, this is your only opportunity. Because it's like, hey, remember that time we went to the Worlds? Oh, yeah, well, that was sick. You know, this happened, that happened, the rest of it. And I'm just hoping Sydney gets it again, because like they've got the facility and the know-how to do it. You know, you could pretty much cut and paste their facility into Knox. The footprint of land is pretty much the same. But I won't comment anymore. Hey, Senor Louis Sola, because it gets us upset about, you know, dealing.
It becomes ambiguous.
You know, we put in so much effort, and on the back end with certain regulatory bodies, you know, we don't get it. We don't get it dispensed forward in our favour. I'll leave it at that. It's you know, it's just like Peter Cooper and the crew there, just unbelievably good race meeting, really, really good, and the track's there, and I think they're racing on it this weekend. So, hey, if you're in Sydney and you want to race on the World's Track, it's still the World's Track. And in a couple of weeks, if you're not in Sydney, come to the Vintage Bash 4.0 down at Knox, proudly sponsored by the Gourmet Cafe and Bar Majestic, ladies and gentlemen. But on that note, gents.
Yep.
Actually, before that note, if I may.
Final question.
Getting pretty tired. I just got a couple of pictures that I should be able to bring up for you.
If anyone's wondering, this is not tired. This is hay fever.
Tired.
Oh, so I can show you heaps of pictures then. Awesome.
Hey, Cookie, I think I've solved the grass track problem.
What's their grass track problem? What's the solution?
Oh, hold on, I'll send you the picture. I forgot I was having a bit of a walk and I found this.
Okay, I will wait for that picture to come through, but in the meantime...
Yep.
I've got a few pictures.
Oh, Jeff Primmer.
There's Jeff Primmer, so that's the guy that built this Jack Johnson Losi for us, the replica. And there's somebody else holding it.
Sushihara.
So he didn't want to put it down for a while, and he's definitely going to be looking forward to a drive of it at the bash. And there's Mr.
Rory Carl.
And that's about it.
Just the thing, Senor Louis Solar. I know there's a bit of associated Losi beefs going on, or pseudo beefs, but I don't know if a lot of people may or may not realise the RC10L pan car. You do know what the L stands for?
I do.
You do? Well, I think everyone here does.
And it's not Jen Hustings.
No, it's L for Losi, because Gil Losi actually designed the RC10L. So there's a bit of a tidbit of trivia.
And the Losis actually helped design the original RC10 as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Junior was a pretty good designer back in his day. He was a pretty clever engineer back in his day. And his old man was pretty clued on with everything else that he did with the skateboards and that sort of stuff. So.
And skateboards and yo-yos.
Yep, the Lossy yo-yos and the skateboards. Yep, they were on it.
Hey, if anyone's got a Losi skateboard or yo-yo, bring it to the bash.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a voucher at the Gourmet Cafe. Just for,
I know someone that had the yo-yos, but he won't be making it because he tried to cut half his hand off. Scott Lang. So, shout out for Scott.
That's not a good face, Cookie.
Even worse than Defina.
No.
That doesn't sound good.
And
No.
I heard Chris Schoenfish is pulling out this year. I mean, man, unfortunate, but shout out to Chris. It won't be the same event without you, mate. But just keep an eye on the live feeds. I'm sure we'll keep you entertained.
So DAF has solved our lawn mowing solution to create our Hornet tracks, I believe, with this guy.
So, and you said I didn't see things when I'm walking around places at night, Neil?
Well, hang on, is Halloween?
It's the Friday night of the bash.
Oh, yeah.
The Friday.
The Friday of the bash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, which will turn into the Friday night now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's on.
Yeah, okay. That's okay.
Yeah, we can play Hungarian trick or treat.
Well, Hungarians don't celebrate Halloween. It's like All Saints Eve. You go and visit your deceased family's graves. So it's a bit of a different celebration to
vibe.
Well, here's a valid question, Neil. Will there be Cooper's long necks under the TRX1 tent?
No comment.
At this stage, no comment. Come and see us at the bash. Cam with the camera. Cam with the camera.
Here first.
Cam, come and see us, but no cameras, mate. Wow. Well, I'm going to sign off, ladies and gentlemen, because I've got to be at the Knox Radio Control Car Track tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I'll probably get there about 10 o'clock.
You.
Like, it's just the grass. Like, this is the time of the year. The grass is like, you mow it and it grows back, but it's going to look really good. The track will look it grows back. The grass is growing fast. Anyway, that's springtime in Melbourne.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Tim Phillips, I think, is coming down to do a bit of mowing tomorrow.
I haven't seen Tim for a while.
No, he's got a new bionic.
He's got a new titanium knee. You got a full full Technicraft set in the one of his knees. So yeah.
Oh yeah, Tim's got a few comments here. Yeah, but good Friday evening for a chat, gentlemen. That was covered everything. You know.
I think so. Was there anything else we needed to go through, Mr. Lou?
No, that's pretty much it. I think we've pretty much touched on anything else. As always, if you guys got any questions, you can approach us through the Facebook group or email to the Vintage Bash.
Or just send a pigeon.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Bring it
it's
on.
all happening. It's like
Start the countdown.
Well, yeah, well, it's less. It's a week. It's less than 2.
We'll be halfway through the bash in 2 weeks' time. At this point,
Think about it. We're nearly single-digit days. It's nearly single-digit countdown. It's like, whoa, hang on.
Yeah, so it's like a pseudo 5th weekend. Okay, that's cool. I was stressing out and thinking it was next weekend, but no. So
2 weeks ish.
So Keylaw's next. So Keylaw's racing tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, because they got lights. Well, Castle Hill's got lights too, but IFMA didn't give them a dispensation to run under their new lights, because you can't have a World Championships under lights. But what happens when you're running on an indoor track? Riddle me that, anyway.
Oh, here's a good question.
Pick a night, Robbie.
Every night, Robbie.
Every night.
Every night, Robbie. Every night.
What's the plan there, Lou? We'll have some bookings at the Stanford or the...
Yeah, I think the Stanford would be the go. Well, we went last year. Yeah,
bigger.
We can organise that at the track.
Yep.
Yeah.
The concourse. Just to finish off. At the Coleman Cup, obviously the Coleman family came along. They absolutely stoked that we've kept Brennan's memory. We've invited him to come to the Vintage Bash as well. Purely because we think there's going to be a lot more people that remember Brendan, and they loved us telling stories about Brendan. We're going to ask them to judge the overall best concourse car, and we're going to be giving out a Coleman Award for the concourse winner. So there will be other concourse winners as well, but the one that they pick out will be the Coleman Award. Last year we had 500 cars around the track. I reckon we'll get more this year. Bring them along. I'm bringing my fleet, or as many I can get in the car. That'll be Friday. So I think last year we made the world news with the pictures of the cars going around the track, all the way around the track. We're not only doing the static display, we're also going to do a Tamiya. Because Mr. Estamia that passed away earlier in the year, sorry. We're going to be doing a Hornet Evo parade as well as a Tamiya only parade, and if we have enough time, we may do a full car parade, just whatever. So it'll be like a couple of slow motion laps. We did that at the Chargers muster with the Hornets, and it was awesome. So I think we could do that again at Knox, and it'll be even more awesome. So there's a little still from last year. I think we can outdo it this year.
Yep,
Inside and outside.
Yeah.
everyone bring your cars out, whether you're running them or not. Just if they're cool, all cars bring
the plan is, if you can see this picture at the moment, you can see that all the concrete curbs are fluoro for this. We're going to have a little twist on this for this year. We're going to do half the track in the same colour curbs as what was at St. Ives in 1989. So we're going to do them yellow with the green stripes for half the track. And the other half is going to be fluoro, the way that we all know. And we're going to try to have designated areas for different era classes. So it'll be a little bit easier for us to judge, because last year a couple of us went around trying to pick out nice cars, and it was just so hard. So we ended up just saying, yeah, you do this one, and so there'll be a little bit of structure around the concours. But yeah, bring them out.
Yep.
And on that note, ladies and gents, that's a Hungarian hitman would say.
Jó éjszakát kívánok mindenkinek.
I'll leave it with that.
All of that. Brilliant.
We'll see you in a fortnight.
Yep, see you in a fortnight. Awesome.
Adios.
Bye.
Ciao.
See ya.